Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on this wonderful Halloween celebration. I know on the eve of the day, but we're getting into WWE RAW tonight. If you didn't know, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We have all your action and reaction coming your way tonight. 3+ hours. The party has just begun. So make sure you grab your snacks, grab your feel good, put a smile on your face, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and ready to go, folks. We are back at it again. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network, and we have all the action here tonight. We're going to get into the rumors, the news, the fun stuff on social media, who's grabbing small packages and who's just stuck to one. But we will get into all of that here tonight, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than any other channel out there, and we just do it on a different level. We thank you for joining us on the eve of Halloween. As you can see, it's very festive around here, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. But all that being said, folks, I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and he's better than you, and he knows it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White, and I am Maxwell Big Nick Friedman. Well, how fitting that it's Devil's Night here, you know, the eve of Halloween, and you got to show up and show out as the devil here.
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I think we got a couple more tricks up our sleeve as we head into Halloween Havoc tomorrow, but we'll talk about that as the show goes on. We have a packed night of Raw. I find it very interesting as of late. The WWE's been far more inclined to announce what's going on their shows prior to, the moment it happens. So,
well, because they got cool shit to announce. And speaking of things getting found out right as they're announced or right before they're announced and everything, we can talk about that too. Even tonight we've got Seth Rollins versus JD McFunko Pop. We've got Dirty Dom versus Ricochet. We've got DIY. I think it's the first time they've had a match together in 3 years, 4.
Yep. It's been a minute.
On Imperium, we've got Natalya versus Chelsea Green in a trick or street fight, and allegedly, supposedly, I believe, yeah. Small package.
Right.
Entanglement. But we've also got allegedly, supposedly, potentially the Creed brothers taking on or answering Alpha Academy's open challenge. So
with
kind of a call up
with Ivy, apparently. So that's exciting news. I think that's great. I mean, you look at the Creed brothers going up against Alpha Academy. I mean, we joke they should join them, but a good place to start.
Just do the Spider-Man meme and they just point at each other and like, I am you, you are me.
Right. So listen, sorry, Maxine, I'm putting my money on Ivy, so you better be careful. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, a lot going on tonight, plus the build for Crown Jewel Saturday, Brunch with the Boys 7. It's going to be a thing. We're gonna jump on, in the wee hours in the morning, to us anyway. Grab your snacks and join us on Saturday. We got a busy week ahead. I mean, we're getting all the way through, tomorrow night's Halloween Havoc, Dynamite on Wednesday. They just added another match with Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus Coke and Diet Coke. Just added. Yes. Not sure why it was added, but we can get into that. And yeah, then we get Impact. We get Fridays, at least a doubleheader, and then Saturday coming back for more.
Yeah, well, because also on Friday we've got SmackDown, have Turning Point potentially.
Turning Point.
And we also have Rampage. Then Saturday we've got Collision, we've got Saudi. We've got so many S's now, even with the spooky, scary.
Here we go. Let's quickly say hello to some people. Ronnie's here. Yes, Casey did not do well.
Yeah, thanks for that. Mahomes' flu game sucked ass.
Yeah, no shit. Hello, my friends. We
Man,
meet
what we
again.
Yes, by the way, folks, check your kids' Halloween candy. Someone tried to stick, the 2001 Creed halftime show into my Reese's Pieces.
Be very cautious, folks.
Right.
Richard's ready to go. How you doing, buddy? Happy days are here again. Happy.
Joy.
Joy. Dale, welcome back. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Who else we got? Richard. Oh, the other Richard. Welcome.
Right. Yes, we addressing how the Creed showing up with Ivy. I haven't fully seen it as a call because we'll see where it goes. Dragon Lee was on SmackDown before I guess he was initially officially called up. So we'll see. It could just be, a trio, but
testing the waters. There's nothing wrong with a trio or two. Nothing wrong with seeing how this goes, Nick. And I think, even if it is a case of, they have a really good match against Alpha Academy, and then they're like, we like you. We should hang out. It might work.
Right. Alexis.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Alexis talking about the ratings. Dynamite 741,000, NXT 781,000.
Oh, ouch.
Close.
Where's all the bleeding hearts that have come? And we've talked about the ratings a lot here on the channel, Nick. And again,
more than I'd like to.
Yeah, no shit. And I'll take it with a grain of salt. But here's the thing. You got Jericho on interviews. You got Tony on social media. You got a lot of people from within AEW pushing that rhetoric, pushing the ratings. What is their excuse? Is really Becky Lynch and a Halloween themed night better than your biggest stars? Because you blame John Cena, you blame The Undertaker. What are you blaming this week? You're back on your normal night, and what happened? Because there was some pumpkins and Becky?
I think it just comes to the point that this is where they're at. They need to accept that. And that's not saying that they're bad. That's not a knock. It's one of those, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like, this is where you're at. You're not challenging Raw like Jericho said would happen. Anything like that. It's not bad to be at 700. We love NXT. But accept that you're in that spot.
Yeah, no. Again, and this whole premise of, they keep bringing in people, and it's the funniest things to hear the top stars in an A company, according to them, be very upset that they're not willing to, we just want to go up against Lola Vice. We want to go up against Gigi Dolan. They don't want to go up against any big names. And then for anyone to put out there, Becky's going to be a Hall of Famer. Well, really, Becky draws more attention, is more click-worthy than anyone on your roster. That's not a good look.
No, the counter argument with that is you want to talk about Hall of Famers. This is the same company that has Sting on it, the same show that had Ric Flair come out. This is the same show that had Edge come out. Like, how many Hall of Famers do you need on a show?
Well, and here's the thing. I'll put this out to the chat for the people that are already here early today, and I'll ask you the same question, Nick, is, if you continue to bring in the Edges, the Ric Flairs, the older WWE talent, are you alienating a part of your fan base that really wanted you to be alternative, punk, raw?
No, because they still think they are.
Okay.
I think that's the thing, that's what I'm saying. That 700 or whatever, that's roundabout their ride or die. And that's not a bad ride or die. But you have to accept that that's not grabbing in your casual viewers. Think about it.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland's debut on AEW did 800,000. Not far off from what we just were talking about with 741,000. So that's still in that vein. You're not drawing in casual viewers. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it feels like some of the attempts to make an uptick in the viewership haven't gone well. Do you know what I mean? Like the Edge, Adam Copeland. Like, oh my God, we lost Punk, but here comes Cope. We put Cope in, and like you said, the needle didn't jump as far as we hoped.
Is it because they're down this road far enough that they really need to kind of turn back and readjust and recalculate? That something like that. That's a huge moment, a huge get, huge. Doesn't have a huge upswing.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. But again, not really a negative, just curiosity. And you look, I mean, SmackDown gets moved to FS1. They do less ratings this Friday. I believe it was like 1.1 and change. So you look at AEW and go, man, if you could have done a 1.1 on Wednesday, you're neck and neck. Yeah, it's FS1, but you still can say you were neck to neck with SmackDown, but you're not doing it.
I want to know the last time, because I can't think about it off the top of my head, and we've talked about this long enough. The last time AEW, a Dynamite, did a 1 point.
Yeah, I know they've had a couple segments that had touched 1 million. I think last week. Was it last week or the week before? It might be last week. They had a segment that hit 1 mil, but then that only shows you how far it drops off if you're only averaging just under, in and around it 750 to 800. You got to keep that mil when you get it. You got to give that million a reason to stay.
Absolutely. Bear, what up? Hey, evening, KJ and Big Nick's up, y'all. Happy early Halloween. Absolutely. Happy early Halloween. I'm also going to say happy Hurley Halloween.
Happy Hurley Halloween.
Larry, what up? Matthew, what up? Joseph, let's go. LA Knight, new WWE Undisputed Champion. We'll see.
Let's go. Wait. We got to address. That's your buddy Kane with our buddy
yeah,
Matt.
Well, I didn't even see that. I was just reading that. Hi, Mr. Beard. You have food in the flavor saver. That's just that salt and pepper.
Right. What's good, fam? Been a minute. Mental reflection time.
Absolutely.
Mental reflection time is important, man. Absolutely.
100%. Very much advocates for mental health on this channel.
100%. New York's back. Well, hopefully you're in a good mood, New York. Happy Halloween. WWE outrage AEW. Joseph, absolutely. We just kind of touched on it. Be very interesting. I mean, this week is Halloween Havoc Night 2. Arguably bigger matches with Dom Mysterio on the card. 3 title matches in total, including Carmelo Hayes and Ilya again, which is going to be outstanding.
Do we get a payoff? Sorry, side note. Do we get a payoff or anything like that on the Trick Carmelo situation tomorrow?
Might.
Because it was very teased heavily the first night.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's definitely a possibility that somehow Trick impacts the outcome of this match.
Or it gets revealed that, it was Carmelo that screwed him over, and then it gets to that.
He was wearing that Shawn Michaels jacket, buddy. If you want to read into the costumes.
Oh, lordy. Alexander out here with all the super stickers. So I will remind everybody, we do have the super stickers, the super chats, the memberships, the merch stores, the TikToks, the Twitters, the Instagrams. We got anything for your pro wrestling needs. And if you want to get, your comment read or just help support the channel as the chat gets busy, as we're getting close, we're about 15 minutes away from Raw kicking off. We do have the super chats. So make sure and use that.
Support the channel, folks. Help us pay for some pay-per-views.
Right. Trick or treat.
Yeah. Help us pay for some pay-per-views. It's expensive watching all this wrestling.
Especially if AEW is going to start going to monthly pay-per-views, which it seems like is going to happen.
SmackDown will be streamed Friday. Yes, sir, Richard. It's we stream every Friday.
Monday,
every Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Every day that ends in Y.
Yeah. So I know you like to bring it up, but give us a chance. We have lives, we have things to do. We get them up when we can, buddy.
Right.
Natalya Chelsea Green Twitter feud was hilarious.
Yes.
Kind of the highlight of the day, bro. It made Natty relevant.
That is literally what you and I were chatting about and popping about earlier before we went live of just how they took a match, let's be honest, we weren't super thrilled about, into this is the main event of the evening.
Yeah, let's go. I want to see these ladies scrap it out. And again, what a funny picture. What an odd picture,
I've seen that picture before, and I was like, I never put 2 and 2 together until I saw somebody else make that meme. I'm like, perfect.
Even earlier today, I saw it, and I saw the thing, like long-term storytelling, and I was like, I don't get it. And then I was like, took a second, and I'm like, oh, really? And then everything that went back and forth after that was hilarious. Like, being Natty being susceptible
I was going to say, I want to find that right now. I
it?
want to read that tweet out here if I can actually find their page. Yeah, this is Bob, Natalya's ravishing assistant. This image isn't news, as Miss Neidhart's lost record will clearly show she's always been susceptible to the small package.
There you go. It's right. And then, Chelsea Green threatening a lawyer. It's been funny. I mean, again, Chelsea's done really good. A page out of Matt's book of just create social media buzz. It's good for business.
It works perfectly. Well, that's even a little bit what we saw even with NXT with Lola Vice and what's your name there? The one that she went against, the Canadian girl.
Yeah, Murakovic or whatever.
Right. I don't want to. It's complicated enough, and I don't want to fuck it up and insult the woman. So,
I got no problem with it.
Right. But even them going back and forth, and people are like, "Oh my god, they're shooting on each other." It's like, no, they're working. Like,
let them shoot.
Right. They're making you care about a match you wouldn't have given a shit about otherwise.
Petrovic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I wonder when we will see Taya again on AEW screens. Your guess is as good as mine, my friend. I have no idea.
Right. Gilly, what up? Boston, what up, spooky dudes? Spooky. I told KJ earlier we should have had a counter of how many times that song gets brought up. By
you or by everybody?
Either.
In total.
Right, total. Wrestling for life. Salute, champs. Appreciate you, my guy. What up, Fred?
Freddie?
Powdered toast, man. C-Money gets the references. Oh, Lord, we're behind.
Well, let's go. What are you up to? They're talking to each other, so we'll skip down. Joseph, we said hello to you. Gilly's in the house in case we didn't get it. Your name out there. Vince McMahon said Saudi Arabia is the new home of the WWE. Vince McMahon thought he was in Connecticut. That's why.
Right. Listen, you're seriously going to take into account the mental faculties right now of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And of course he's going to say that. Why wouldn't he? He'd go there 4 times a year and make fucking $8 billion.
Right. Is he going to, in Saudi Arabia, is he going to say something any sort of way negative towards Saudi Arabia? He'd like to get out of there.
You know what? To be honest, Nick, it was the first time I kind of saw Vince McMahon to me where he actually looks feeble. He's starting to look his age. I know he had the back surgery, but he's got the cane. The mustache is gone. At one point, he was standing there, and the Undertaker's like shaking hands with people, and he just looked kind of like the old man lost. Like, hey.
I didn't fully get that, and I don't want to try and act like I'm going to defend this man, but feeble is not the word that I would use with that. I saw people that were like, how it's crazy to see Vince McMahon of I'm Vince McMahon, damn it, and everything. And the strut, so now he's out there in a cane, and he's got the weird Walt Disney mustache and everything. But I think it's even a sign of just the times of age gets away from time waits for nobody.
That's what I mean. To me, it was the first
even
time.
Taker, like I said before when we were off screen and everything, or off air and everything, of Taker just needs to realize that shit ain't coming back, bro. Just let it go. Just be like Stone Cold. What?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just kind of the first time I saw him, because even in the past, he did the press conference, and his face looks a little aged and I don't know, puttied up. I don't know what the hell's going on, but he's still kind of walking. He's still got his bravado, and he's making his little quibby jokes. So you're like, yeah, right, brother. But he, at the end of the day, I thought in Saudi, just maybe the visual with the cane and the overall, it's like shit. Age is finally catching up to this guy. That maybe he does have to step back a little more and relax.
Well, I think that's it. And that really says if anyone was questioning how much Vince McMahon's involved with WWE right now, that shows you that that's not the case. And that is, I think, ultimately, it is a point like what you said of you think of always Vince McMahon, damn it. This is the land of the giants. He's even looks like he's going to fucking explode. He's so fucking roided up.
Yeah,
but out there and thin and in a cane and everything. Yeah. It's like such an opposite visual.
Yeah, and again, it's not been very often over the last 40 years we've seen that. So it was a little crazy to me, thinking like, fuck, this is, he's pushing 100. Like, we got to be careful with this man. But the last thing I was going to say about that is, I wouldn't panic. WWE fans out there, they're not going to pick up and move to Saudi Arabia. Only shows are in a Saudi from now on. and the states will get it like every 3 years. The way
yeah, it just I mean, this is a warning then to you U.S. shows and everything like that. You U.S. fans, you better act like you fucking appreciate them. We're going to Berlin, we're going to Paris, we're going to Saudi, we're going to Wales. Yeah. We're going to Puerto Rico. We're going to Canada. So you better straighten up and fucking fly right.
You got fucking Royal Rumble to prove that you want it.
No, you gotta.
I know. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll get it. You're drinking. Hey everyone, I'm a huge fan of the show. I hope you guys enjoy Raw tonight, and be careful and be safe tomorrow for Halloween. Christopher, thank you for being a fan. Thank you for the kind words. Shout out to everybody out there with that sentiment. And I mean, the safest thing you could do, come hang out with us. We got Halloween Havoc Night 2. We will be your trick and your treat tomorrow night. So join us for
We'll let you decide who's who.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you set me the up for that one.
That was beautiful.
Play what up?
What's up,
MD, Nick's background looks like he's about to have a spooky spot of tea while looking out the window. I'd be fully down for that, honestly. Little vitamins, a little spot of tea, maybe some whiskey. What?
Come in, please.
Pause.
I'll say this: just sometimes you got to look at those windows in the background because you never know what's going to be in them. So tune in tomorrow.
Like, am I gonna like somehow like midstream have like a jump scare pop up behind me or something now?
Stay tuned, folks.
Focus.
But
I kind of feel like somebody's watching me.
There's several people.
Daniel, what up? That was Vince stroking the Saudi's ego, nothing more.
Yeah.
Close to Daniel, never more, nothing more.
Fair enough. And that's it. I wouldn't oversweat it. Like, again, it's always going to be the big hugs and the happy, I mean, what a crew sitting there. Undertaker, McMahon, Tyson, Eminem, like
yeah seriously, that's a fucking motley crew if I've ever fucking seen one. That's a crew you don't fuck with.
That was like when it was like Trump, Kid Rock, Tyson,
America, fuck yeah.
Jesus. Alexis, Clay, Philly, Hugo, Detroit. All right, let's grab some new faces. See Money, if we haven't said hello. MDB is back in the house. Daniel Price, we've got you.
Vince looking better than Ric Flair does. Facts.
Yeah, it's neck and neck. But I think, like, you go back a year, Vince looked way better than Flair. Now he's gaining on him. Yeah,
but I think
Vince has got to get into that sticky icky the way Flair did.
This man spent more money on spilt liquor. But I think Vince is just finally actually just fucking cashing out. He's fucking gonna ride off into the sunset, pal. He's gonna sit there and just get flown out to all these goddamn events and everything in Saudi and everything. Because
he should,
man, damn it.
He should. I think for about a decade, the WWE fans out there have been like, please just retire, bro. You've done enough.
But it's so funny that he's the one that you both thought Flair's, I've said it, he's going to wee-woo in the ring, and you thought Vince was going to go out at gorilla position. And Vince seems to be the one that's like, you know what, pal? You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Right.
And Flair's still like, come on, I got one more match in me.
Can we get like Vince Ventura doing commentary for Sting versus Ric Flair at Revolution in the Wee Woo Epic?
Right. We need Doc Brown and a fucking flux capacitor and a fucking DeLorean.
Oh my. What else we got here? Who else is here? Dun, dun, dun. Lots of people. Larry, welcome back.
Larry, what up? I'm missing now the Never Fear Larry is here.
Right? What's up with that? His face looks a little aged. You're far too kind.
It's the Canadian in him. He can't say anything offensive.
Well, I didn't want to say that it looked like it got run over by a truck, but that would have been rude. Vince looks like Mr. Walt Disney now with that creepy stash.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice, just that, like, being in your twilight years.
Bold strategy.
Just being like, I want a stash.
We're having a senile life crisis instead of a midlife crisis.
McMahon's been in a midlife crisis since 32.
Midlife, yeah, it's a McMahon midlife crisis. That's an onset since birth.
Right. Vince has mustache implants. He's like, my babe told me it makes me look younger.
I was gonna say, when he's out with his like girlfriend or whatever, because clearly him and Linda have gone the whole Will and Jada route of we've been separated and no one fucking talked about it. But
I thought you were gonna say Linda slept with
yeah, she went with Jada too. She was an entangle.
Here come the money.
Right. But yeah, no, is he just thinking it's mustache mania running wild here?
Yeah, I mean, again, and it's not even like he grew a stash. He grew like 2 pencil thin lines. Like, what the fuck happened? How do you do that?
He looks like that.
I couldn't do it.
Remember that like Etch-a-Sketch toy that had like the magnetic like shavings?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could just shake it. This man did an Etch-a-Sketch beard or an Etch-a-Sketch mustache.
Right? Bryan Danielson, broken orbital bone. Yo, I was gonna bring this up, and I was actually gonna save it for the dirt sheet debate this week, Nick. But we got a couple minutes here before we kick off the show. Does Daniel Bryan get hurt every time he wrestles? Is he batting like 850 on this?
Yeah, he really is. Well, that's why even I realized after I said that, I was like, what? Because I mentioned it. I said the outlets or the figures there that were going to be teaming behind MJF looked like it was going to be Danielson, Moxley, and Yuta or something like that. And I was like, fuck yeah, Danielson just got injured. But yeah, he's batting a fucking pretty shitty or a pretty great batting average at getting hurt in every match.
He feels like he's getting clipped every match now. He broke his arm. He had a concussion. It's been, and listen, and I come from a place of one of my favorite wrestlers on the planet. I felt like the BCC actually put a little bit of water on Danielson when he was getting a whole lot of kind of heat with the crowd. But nonetheless, I really, really like Danielson. But I partly feel like this is why Vince didn't want to no, Brian, we're not going to let you go in there and do what you used to do. You're not that guy. And if you want to go to AEW and do that, we love you. High five, all the best. But I kind of felt like they were like, we don't want this guy breaking himself every couple months. We got stories to tell.
I don't even think it was exactly that. I think it's just, I don't know if it's the way the matches are booked, the way they're fucking set up, or how many people work or whatever. But it seems across the board, AEW's fucking snake bit.
Well, is it the lack of familiarity? Like,
I don't even think it's that, because like, think about it. Across the board in AEW, more people get hurt and get more serious injuries than you see in WWE across the board.
Is that a testament to the system in AEW? The fact of like WWE, a lot of times, like, oh, so-and-so and so-and-so are going to have a run together. And you hear about 3 or 4, they're on the house circuit, practicing. They're getting in tag matches, weekly on TV to kind of build towards their match. Like, there seems to be a little more preparation, a little more cohesion, especially with we bring in Okada, we bring in Tanahashi, we bring in so-and-so. It's hard to have that, that chemistry right out of the gate. And maybe that's leading to some,
well, I think it's just the style it is a bit of that of you don't work with these guys regularly, so you're not comfortable with how they go or anything, or they zig when you're expecting them to zag and everything like that. You get clipped or anything like that. Keyshawn saying Okada keeps hurting Danielson. I see how some people online trying to blame Okada for everything.
But remember, the show ended real odd. Like, it was a real flat ending. By the way, folks, I will quickly, and we'll get back to that. I got the warning that we get in Canada that there's going to be violence.
You even get a warning. That's funny. I'm still at the end of Chicago Fire. I've got Richard Wolf.
I got Zen.
How fitting for the night before Halloween. I have Richard Wolf on my screen.
You got a Ricky Wolf. But folks, as soon as Nick gets to Zen,
I have Zen now.
There you go. So if you want to sync up with us, our TVs are on then, now, and coming up forever. But make sure you get in the chat. Make sure you tell us what's on your mind. We will take a prediction for every match tonight. And again, busy week here on the channel. Exciting week, with Halloween and heading into Crown Jewel. It's going to be a fun one on the channel. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is my brutality.
Don't mind me just adjusting my hat.
Stop fucking with your hat.
Hey, sorry, just I'm seeing it on my end. I'm like, I feel like I look goofy or slide up. So we've got the Judgment Day coming out right now.
There we go. And they got little JD looking a little jacked.
Is it so funny to me that even Cena's referencing the Funko Pop shit, that even like I heard Cornette even mention it and everything? Like, it's just they're listening to this shit.
They have to be. They have to be. And again, we've seen it even where some wrestlers have come out and like replied, like, fuck him. That they're listening.
Well, I'm not even just saying of even just Cornette. I'm just saying in general, like they're listening to what people are actually saying about this.
For sure. Absolutely. At times they have to be. It's funny. All right. Dave Coffee in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else we got?
We got Daniel.
Back out. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. We got Easy
Another
Dave.
Daniel.
Daniel, we got Abe Johnson. Hey, fam, the Tampa's here. Yeah, listen, man. You only got lucky because Luna and Anthony didn't invoke it during Bound for Glory, and NWA was so over the place. I mean, just look at the clip of Father James Mitchell doing the Colombian marching powder to let you know how off the rails that show was.
I don't think we've ever actually bailed on like mid-competition. We were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, it was seriously. Right? It got one match in, and we're just like, nope.
Yeah. So A. Jobson actually had a no contesta, and the champion retains on a technicality.
Yeah, I don't even call it a retention. It's a no contesta. You got that extra. You got 1-0-1 at the end.
Yeah. So but your title will be on the line this Saturday, folks.
Brunch with the boys, number 7, Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
Boss, what up? Larry, tomorrow for Halloween, I'm getting bags of sugar-free chocolate. I'm sure parents will thank me. There you go.
Okay.
I think me and the wife got one of those, like how you can get like the bundles of like Pokemon cards for like, you get like 2 cards and you get like 50 in the whole thing. Each little pack's like 2 cards. We're doing that.
Cute.
Yeah. Daniel, what up? Happy early Halloween. Absolutely. 100%.
Right.
The AW appears on screen. Disclaimer: this program might make you fear for your life.
It has, actually.
Absolutely. And absolutely with this too, MD. 100%. She looking thicker than a goddamn Snickers.
Sugar-free candy. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. My Latino heat. Boo.
Now, do you find it funny how controversial it has almost become if that boo for Dom is piped in or not? Of you're having people argue with like SRS from sources of like, well, I was there and it wasn't piped in. And he's like, well, I heard from sources and shit like that. It's like, who gives a fuck? It's getting over.
It's a little bit of column A. It's a little bit of column B. And again, it's just, people can't leave well enough alone. Oh, something's going good. We got to find a reason to shit on it. To the point, like, I mean, we've talked about it on this channel of, Rhea Ripley taking heat of like, oh, her title reign. She's hurting the women's title. She's not, get the fuck out of here. Why do we got to find the bad stuff all the time?
Right. Let people enjoy things.
Like when it's good, it's good. Let's call it good.
Right. Sometimes just call it a spade a spade. Spooky, scary. That's number 3, my lord.
Right.
TJ, what up? Rhea's saying how she's got the odds stacked against her at Crown Jewel, which they did the one match, literally the exact one match. We were on stream saying, don't do that match. Don't do that match. And they did that match.
Now, let me ask, are we excited for Crown Jewel? If you're watching right now, are you pumped for Crown Jewel? I mean, the card is nice.
I'm stacked.
Oh,
God.
Sammy joins.
He was just going to town as Sammy's coming out right now. Let's go.
Big pop for Sammy.
Right. Hearing that WWE is turning the Miz, turning face very soon. I don't think he's one of those guys that just can't do it.
big story going around today. A lot of people have been reporting this. A couple credible people have reported it as well.
I haven't seen
So
it.
maybe there's legs to this one. It would be very interesting. Miz is so unlikable.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
I don't know.
Like, I was gonna say, because I haven't seen that story, so I'm like, how?
Oh no, like it's been going around it. Now the story was it's been considered internally that Miz may, a babyface run for Miz. I don't know. In my mind, yeah, sure. You go the
That's
same
the
method.
vaguest shit of a statement I've ever heard.
Yeah, how you get there and make the crowd be behind a babyface Miz is going to be tricky. You have to put him up against Dom.
Yeah.
Go for the best. Well, there you go. Sammy letting everyone know nobody wants to hear them talk.
And he's
hearing you talk.
Arguably gotten as big of a reaction as Dom, which is good, obviously. But
right. Miz can make the argument he's the best IC champ of all time, while Gunther is just the longest. Yeah, but would that make Miz babyface against Gunther? People like Gunther more than they like the Miz.
yeah, no. That makes Gunther babyface. And arguably you're saying Miz is okay. I thought he was saying he was the best IC champ. No, he could make the argument. I was like, no.
Yeah. I'm moderately excited about Crown Jewel. Okay. Crown should be fire. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
Tony pipes in Stuart Smiley noise to himself. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. Daniel, I like that. Well played, sir.
I think that so far wins comment of the night.
Right.
Curtis, what up? The Miz has been most effective as a heel. Curtis, you need to let us know the there you go. Over on the commercial breaks 12.
Oh.
I'll take the under.
I'll go over. Sammy laying some
down. As long as there is a breath of air in my body, I will fight.
Sammy. Big Sammy cheers. I like it.
I just noticed there's a dude like in the middle of the hard cam that has just a sign that says deadbeat dad costume and he's dressed like Ray.
But I like the fact that Sammy is kind of taking all that vigor, that angst he had about the Judgment Day, about the bloodline, and putting that energy towards the Judgment Day. It's getting him over big. And again, I agree with Trevor. He just spitting fire right now.
Oh, absolutely. I kind of expected that almost to an extent, especially now that he's there solo, of how I've seen this type of shit before of you win all the champions, you think you run the show, you just think you can bully around everybody. Like, to hell with you. I've been there, done that. I'm sick of this type of shit.
Right. Sammy has to fight Damian again.
Yeah, I feel again.
And look, they show the crowd. You see people actively booing. That's why it's column A, column B, Nick.
Yeah, well, 100%. You can, unlike AW shows, you can actually show the crowd and show the reactions.
Amen. Over. So the Judgment Day walking down Sammy, but we got Ricochet. Pew, pew.
Yeah, Daniel mentioned how SmackDown this week is taped. Yes, because they can't just instantly fly over to Saudi.
If it was live, it would be like, what they should have done? Do it live, but do like an NXT SmackDown. Like, just have one of the. Remember when they all got stuck over there?
Yeah, well,
one of the best SmackDowns ever.
Right?
Just have a wild night of booking random.
That's the last time we got a DIY tag match, by the way, I believe, because Vince and Natalya just fucking forgot that they were in the middle of a feud.
Oh.
Yes, as we've got Rick O'Shea, my favorite O'Shea brother.
It's like the Fighting Irishman.
Right.
Sammy looks like the Notre Dame logo.
But see, it doesn't have red hair. It has dark hair.
In my head, he's definitely
that's stereotyping.
Right. Well, folks, we are in a commercial break. We're getting actually a hype up for SmackDown and Crown Jewel. But, folks, make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you say hello. And make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Be a friend. Tell a friend. She looks at the two men behind her and says, Damian Priest. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, because it's like 5'4", 5'6". Where's Damian?
Right.
And no Finn, by the way. No Finn either. The tag champs were not present.
Yeah. Well, he'll show up during the JD match. That'll be it.
Well, we'll see.
MD agreeing with you. He does look like the Notre Dame logo. The Mets' new home, Ricochet Stadium.
Ricochet Stadium.
Yes, it is. Break number one. Justin, what up? What the fuck was that? It's like they said, fuck it, throw them all in the ring.
Well, I mean, it was less than we usually get. Not a bad start, though, because I did like Sammy. I did like what they're doing here. I mean, again, it wasn't, I didn't feel super long, Nick. And we get it over with going into the first break. We come out of the break with a match. I don't hate the opening to this.
No, and it didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it literally, we're 12 minutes and we're already part of the way through a commercial. So it's 10 minutes. It opens the show. And it hints towards the main event because I'm assuming you're going to have Seth, your world champion, versus JD in the main event.
I hope so.
But it doesn't outwardly it's not, the overarching, the overconnecting thing. It just, boom, it moves through the show. It's interesting knowing that they have the 3 hours, that they just pace it a little bit different. We just, each segment tosses to the next versus we set up here to reach the end when we only have 2 on SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. I think it was okay. And again, it wasn't as chaotic as we thought. The only person that really ran out was Ricochet, which sets up the match. And here we go. Up next, we will take your predictions. Ricochet or Dominik Mysterio?
Right. Charles, what up? Hey, yo, bros. Bobby, do you mean Dum Dum is such a great chicken? C-Money? I don't know what C-Money said. Kirk Cousins confirmed toward Achilles. Well, yes, you're good. This man, speaking of limping off to a medical cart, this KJ is gonna pause. That's the only. Listen, you didn't tear your Achilles or anything. That'd be the world's worst injury. You were sitting and tore your Achilles. That's a story you're not telling anybody.
No.
But KJ's gonna take a pause for the cause right now. Yeah, I did see that. Kurt did that. Stop doing that. Dom for the win. I'm taking. It's not for the title. I'll take Ricochet. I can't hype the man up and say he's my favorite fighting Irishman, and not take him. Who's Dom Wrestling Night? Ricochet. Jordan, hey brothers, Dirty Dom is getting roasting. What? So I'll just take that, Jordan, as you're taking Rico or Dom for the win. Raw gives you 1 week of a good show and then gives you 4 of crappy wrestling. I don't think so. I will admit it, at times it's been a little hit or miss, and it's more not even fully hit or miss. It's more, it almost at times feels there's like a chunk that you can just take out. That's really what it is. They still are kind of halfway struggling with the whole 3 hours and really making them work, I guess. But it's gotten better. Like I said, it's gotten to recently to where everything kind of flows into the next segment. It's not, one of those that takes 20, 30 minutes in a segment that goes really nowhere. As we are back from commercial break, as I've got Ricochet stomping Dom out in the corner here. Steve, Dom for the win. Mega, what up? What up? So, folks, let us know who you're taking if you haven't done so already, whether you're taking Ricochet or Dirty Dom, Condom, Mysterio for the win here. Ricochet for the win, says Vince. I'm glad I've got everyone saying Ricochet now. Don't worry, MD. You were not the first one to start that. That's been in the lexicon of the channel here for a hot minute. Yeah, it has to be Dom for the win, Dom for the win, Dom for the win. So I guess I'm on the outlier here of taking Ricochet. So we're on the outside right now. Oh, Ricochet goes into the table. I see O'Shea for the W. Oh, O'Shea. You just left off the R randomly? Or are you starting to say that he's going to end up winning the IC belt here? WWE needs to fork over some licensing money for McIntyre to get his Broken Dreams theme. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad shout, but we're still even, as we do have an announcement in the corner, we are getting Alpha Academy versus the Creed Brothers, and they even show Ivy in the background there. So, and they have little Tozawa in like the giant pink t-shirt and everything with the headband, and he looks like, you know, like your little brother that just wants to hang out. It's just, Tozawa just is managing to get over the same way R-Truth did, just in, you could go in the ring, but you're just somehow adorable also. As Dom right now in control of Ricochet, Ton in the corner. Dom, I'm sorry. What did Dom say? What? Dom, Sammy deserves it. What does Sammy deserve? Poor Dominik just can't get him to break. What? Terrence, what up? I got Dom. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing for taking Dom? Ricochet whipped in the corner. Oh, big shots from Dom. Irish whip. Rolls through. See, that's the thing, is Dom right now has been, to me, so much in control of this match. Ricochet's, this is his fighting from under. I don't know how much time they're going to give this match. Probably, if I had to guess, runs off from moonsault. Step up Enziguri. Maybe 10 minutes. Northern rolling through off a Northern Lights suplex and just do a standing suplex. I like that Ricochet's getting a push on Raw. I like that standing moonsault right there. 1, 2 count. And I know we've joked about before, and KJ's especially kind of had to be out there, you know, about how they haven't been fully loyal to, you know, people being on specific brands and everything. But I think now with this back and forth between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, we're going to get very much back to that. And I like that they're focusing on guys strictly that are on like Raw, like a Ricochet, like a Bronson Reed, that are getting that push. Ricochet with a dive onto the outside as we cut to a commercial break number 2. So we're going through at least a commercial break. So they're giving them a bit of time, folks. So if you haven't done so already, get in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking about wrestling right now. How you doing on a Halloween Eve? Be a friend, tell a friend, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Absolutely. Break number 2. Dom is putting tears in his daddy's eyes. Rey Mysterio is watching his kids soar in WWE without him. What? Gilly? No. His dad's still there. Like, where did we get there? I mean that in a good way. Oh, okay. That did not at all sound in any sort of a good way.
Speaking of in a good way, I
pause.
Trick or treat. Let's go. Break number 2.
Break number 2, you say?
How's the match been?
Good. Well, it started off initially where Dom was in control of everything like that. So I thought, you know, obviously we're going to get the Ricochet fire work from underneath and everything like that. I didn't think they were going to give him a ton of time, but it's been a good match. Ricochet's right now in control. Tope or dive onto the outside as we went to commercial.
There we go, folks. So we're rolling along, and we're up over 100. We're up over 100 likes on this stream here tonight. So if you haven't hit that thumb, make sure you do that. Also wanted to throw that out there to the peeps in the world. So thank you for 2.8K subscribers, another milestone as we head towards 3K. And
let's see if we can hit 3K before we hit Halloween.
Oh, and there's folks out there that know we're on their heels. So we appreciate all the love. Make sure you get in the chat. And like we always say, the nicest thing you could do is tell a friend. It's free. It's easy. Just tell anybody you know about the channel. Help us get to our goals. And if you're feeling really seasonal and generous, by all means, hit that super chat, hit that super sticker. We don't have PayPal pasted all over our screen. We literally just take what you guys want to contribute.
And it goes back into this of how we got all, the moving pictures behind us and everything like that. 100%.
Back into the business. So thank you, folks.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just a halfway piggyback on that of, even hitting subscribe or just sharing our link or anything like that. Costs you nothing, but it means the fucking world to us, honestly. To see where we've come and everything like that now is where, I don't know, I'm feeling fall and festive to see where how far we've gone is just very much appreciated.
What's up, Victor? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Be a friend, tell a friend, slap a friend.
Right. Well, no, I do halfway want to touch this. Victor here made me think of something as we're in commercial break number 2, by the way. And this is a bit of a tangent, but I've seen reports and people talking online how 2K24 is going to just be pretty much a tribute to Bray Wyatt. And I'm all the way here for it.
Yeah. Do it. No, I'm all
you fellow deserve it. This channel is the best.
Thank you, Gilly.
Appreciate it.
We try. As you can tell, we put a good lot of effort.
Yeah, the vitamins are a good a lot.
Yeah, the vitamins keep us fueled. Also part of your contribution.
I was gonna say, y'all keep us fueled as well, but often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. I know every time I do that, you're waiting for me to just start going to like the bus rhymes, like gotta get away, that'll stop every day. Go, you ain't gonna stop me. Whoa, and you ain't gonna stop me.
Judgment Day have been doing this for over 18 months now. That's a damn long time for one faction. Time to move on. Spoken like a young gentleman.
Hey, how much with the NWO?
Well, dude, I mean,
went on until the wheels fell off.
We grew up in an era where storylines and rivalries went for years. Like it was years in the making. Like, like Vince was always mad at Austin. It wasn't like a 6-month angle.
That's what makes. I know good English. As I'll just click on this right now, real quick though. 2.8K, well deserved. And then I like hilarious and always laminated. Yes. But that's what makes like WrestleMania 17 like so amazing, just on the simple fact of the history and the lore and everything of going into Rock and Austin there.
Yeah.
That was your Avengers Endgame shit. That's the thing. Everybody likes the MCU. That was WWE, what it used to be. That's what pro wrestling used to be.
Yeah.
Of everything connected, and you had to pay the fuck attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Like, I mean, you got the fact that Judgment Day has been going for 18 months doesn't bother me. And I mean, again, yes, could they at times do a better job of like, well, we're gonna let you guys fight whoever this week instead of fighting the main guys because you all fight a lot. Yes, they could break it up. Yes, it's not perfect, but the fact that there's a heel faction kind of similar to the Bloodline, kind of running the show, running amok. I'm all for it. You need consistency.
The issue is that as Ricochet right now in control runs through Dom in the corners, springboard crossbody, is that not only are they on Raw though, they're on NXT, they're on SmackDown at times. They're the P Diddy a bit of you wanna all the video, all on the record. But that's how the Bloodline was. This is their growth process. The Bloodline went through the same shit.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, you need strong heels. Like, I mean, and again, we came from a generation where if you were a heel, you were a heel forever. Heel turns were a big deal because it's rarely happened.
All about the game and how you play it.
And you did that because you needed guys like Triple H. You needed strong heels to prop up the big baby faces. Mankind doesn't become the baby face he becomes if he didn't have Triple H and McMahon and everybody screwing him over. And we just wanted to see Mick Foley achieve his childhood dream. Like
you could argue there is no Rock without no Stone Cold Steve Austin. There is no John Cena without Randy Orton. There is
Ric
no
Flair and
Batman
Sting.
without the Joker. There is no Superman without Lex Luthor.
Yeah, amen. Ricochet going up, and the crowd's into this. I'll give him credit. The crowd seems to be enjoying this match.
Right. Rhea causing the distraction.
What up, Joe Gary? Oh, no, not like this.
Small package.
Small package.
The foot on the ropes. The foot on the ropes, though, too.
He cheated all around, had the tights, foot on the rope. Rhea helped, JD helped. What more could they do?
Are we going to get, though, is this Ricochet going to NXT? Because I feel like the only way we go here now is we get a North American Championship match to where Ricochet probably wins, and then Ricochet goes to NXT.
Well, maybe Ricochet's part of the babyface team that goes after the Judgment Day. Because Ricochet's throwing kicks.
Super kick.
Recoil. He's a sore loser, Cole.
Just smoocher. Do what everyone wants to do. Just smoocher.
Oh, mommy trying to save Dommy.
As she's setting him up for the fucking move. Like, literally, get in the fucking spot.
But listen to the crowd, guys. The boos. That's what they're working for. If you got the crowd making noise, if you got the crowd unhappy, you're kind of doing what you're supposed to do here. You're not supposed to like what just happened.
But do you like, though, again, this speaking back about the Attitude Era and everything like that, of how this is mid-card feud shit.
Yep.
This is not your main event.
Nope.
And you get that level of reaction. That goes back to where everybody had a story involved. You've got Dom involved with Ricochet. You've got, so-and-so involved with so-and-so. You've got, Jade involved over here. Same involved over there.
Oh, sorry, dude. We're getting a DIY package. A do-it-yourself package.
I was going to say, we almost need more of a counter for how many times we've said package between small package and now video package.
This is interesting, though. They're hyping them up.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like I said, I think it's the first time that they've had a match together in 3-4 years. The last time I remember them being together is when, like I said, I think it was around that Saudi show to where everybody got flight delayed. And that's all we're going to say is they've got flight delayed over in Saudi. And Vince just had no idea that they were in a blood feud on NXT. So we'll just put them as a team together. They used to team together, right?
Right. You know each other, right? Go. Oh, here comes the shoosh.
Sheesh.
So we could get a call-up in this segment here, folks, if the rumors are true. And Tozawa's officially a part of this shit. Call-up. Right? Tozawa's officially a part of the Alpha Academy, if we didn't know, folks.
Is he not just like Pepto-Bismol R-Truth right now?
Pepto-Bismol R-Truth.
The man's wearing more pink than Kirby.
That's a reference and a half.
Yeah. That's how you know I'm a real nerd.
Otis hoping for that Kirby from the lady on his JD.
He's out here looking like a fucking thrillbilly out here with this Kentucky waterfall.
He looks like Kirby, actually.
Well, it's just because he's short, round, and low to the ground?
Right. JD don't fit in Judgment Day. JD looks like when your mom's makes you take your brother out with you, with your friends.
Take your brother. Farquaad. We've talked about Shrek enough on this goddamn channel of how you're Shrek and I'm Donkey. That man is goddamn Lord Farquaad.
Right? That's not.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
That's disgusting.
It's just a donkey.
Yeah, dirty Dom. Check your package.
We need to be sponsored by Manscaped if we're going to start saying stuff like that. Hashtag not sponsored.
Right. Oh, like Ricochet can't do a dive to the outside. Well, I mean, you would kind of hesitate if Rhea was there yanking around your target.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How did we get there?
Tozawa for president. Of what? Couldn't be worse. JD, I think, lost his car shield deal also.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea on that one. The do-it-yourself package brought to you by FedEx.
Brought to you by Home Depot or Lowe's.
Package Mania. We've moved on.
Right. Enough.
I hope WWE gets the tag teams going strong, because DIY together again means nothing without strong tag division. We're seeing baby steps of them fixing the tag teams. They're not there yet. Gilly, I agree they're not there yet, Nick. And I think we talked about this depth. You got to give the man time. He is doing it. I think we're going to get there.
Well, we said that even before, even when there was still McMahon meddling and everything going on.
Yeah.
I almost want to halfway bring up a comment, and I don't know if you've seen this.
No, maybe
I find it interesting, as we're in commercial break number 3, of how Shane McMahon's son, who's a running back, I believe, for the Indiana Hoosiers, has been out there and said how he thinks he would be the best McMahon third generation grandchild to go into WWE, because he has his father and his grandfather's ego.
Yeah,
and kind of halfway shit on his cousin too in the process.
Yeah, the Shane McMahon family has a chance to be like the Von Erichs, and just have the whole family in there feuding and working together. The Claw. By the way, I'm looking forward to that coming out. By the way,
we're all in this together. You want that as in the Von Erich? You believe that?
All right, let's go. Break number 3 for a wrestling coming soon. Wrestling for Life packages.
Well, if you want to help get them packages, then we got your merch store packages. You can go and get your package there. And also, if you want to help, support the channel to where we can get them packages and help get them packages out to you. Pause. I'm just going to say how many times I can see the word package. Then we got the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that.
Absolutely.
But speaking of breaks,
there you go. Nick's going to grab a break, folks. And we are rolling along. I'm coming back out of commercial. It looks like I'm getting a bit of a spotlight on Raquel Rodriguez, talking about her match coming up for Rhea Ripley's title. But Raw rolls on. We got another match coming your way. And as soon as we know both teams, I will get your prediction on that match as well. And I'll give WWE some credit. They're doing well with these quick hit video packages. Better than the promos, better than long-winded interviews. Just give us, a 50-second rundown of why we should give a shit. It's working for me. The Come As You Are match from World Class with the Von Erichs versus the Freebirds. Amen, buddy. We're getting some stickers from AJ. Nice. Thank you. Creed Brothers supposed to debut tonight on Raw. It could be right here, right now, Gilly. Open challenge. And here we go. It will be the Creeds. Hashtag Diamond Mine. There we go. So we're going to get a brief package, another package of the Creed brothers and what they are all about leading into this match here tonight. So again, not just throwing them in there cold, giving them a little bit of a rub before this match. So yeah, here we go. I'm jacked, and I want everyone's opinion on this one, because it's good to see the Creed brothers. They're ready. They're good. They're solid. They're young, but man, they're talented. And you know what? Julius is kind of the standout of the group, but his brother is equally good in his own right, like equally good, equally strong in the ring in his own right. So, yeah. Alpha Academy for the win. Interesting. Here we go. Here they come. The Creed brothers with Ivy Nile in the house. Let's go. I'm with you. What's your worst match of the year? Listen, we will do our year-end awards, our year-end for life fees, our golden KJs, call them what you will. I'll have to do a little bit of digging to make sure. Off the top of my head, I think my least favorite match was the Leatherface Texas Massacre match. I thought that was pretty bad. But I have to give it some thought. I don't know. I've seen a lot of wrestling. NWA might be sprinkled in there somewhere. Raquel won't be able to flex in Saudi. She'll be covered. Well, she can flex, not as visible. But we're getting the Alpha Academy against what could be technically members of the Alpha Academy in the Creed Brothers. I'm going to go with Dale. I'm going to take the Creed Brothers for the W on this one. Let me know, folks, who you got, who you taking. Wrestling Archive. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. Welcome. Creed Brothers, a couple of hoses. There you go. There you go. Let me get that tag division going. Love this. 100%. You get a package on DIY. You bring in the Creed Brothers. You have Alpha Academy. Love them or hate them. They're a staple in the tag team division. Again, I think there's an opportunity here to continue to build, and it takes time. It's going to need depth, especially if you're going to split up those titles. And I would like them to get to the point where they can split up those titles and it makes sense. But having a strong tag team division, especially highlighted on your 3-hour show, kind of like what I felt like if they brought back some resemblance of a cruiserweight division, it just adds to this extremely long show. Julius showing off his strength, by the way, getting up into a suplex, the handoff to his brother as Brutus, big pop, the crowd appreciating it. Woo! The Creeds are a lot like the early Steiners, 100% Daniel Price. Very fair, comparable, especially with the wrestling background, but they're athletic. They can take big risks. Still, one of the craziest moments this year is where you had Julius Creed pull off the suplex and the ankle lock all at the same time in the cage match against what we used to know as the Grizzled Young Vets or Schism. But Otis in the ring, and he's just chucking Brutus. Brutus going for a ride. Off in the corner, the two big beefy boys. What's up, Jake? How you doing? How you doing, sir? Easy bake. It's like watching a kid graduate. So proud. Let's go. Yes. And I think when they do it right, when they do it well, that's how a lot of us feel as fans. As you see the NXT classes graduate to that main roster, I think we feel a sense of pride. We're kind of with them on the journey, which sounds ridiculous maybe, but it kind of feels that way, like your favorite sports team when they finally figure it out. So, yeah, and that's why I think there's so much disappointment and jaded feelings because Vince McMahon dropped that ball so many times. I got a lot of faith that Trips and Michaels are a little more in tune with each other for obvious reasons. So I'm all for this, and yeah, super proud to see these guys up here doing it. Looking good, too. NXT tested, WWE approved. The Creed Brothers. I like that, Curtis. Lions up 3-0. It's early. WWE did a great job putting more eyes on NXT over the past couple of months. Now more casual viewers know the Creeds for their debut. Valid point. Extremely good point, Boston. Again, it's no different than when a Lyra comes up or a Tiffany. You put a lot of eyes on this brand, and that's a very good point as far as they're not completely unknown. Kind of like, I mean, they've done well in that regard with Jade, right? Like we've seen when she shows up, wherever she shows up, the audience kind of knows who she is and what she's about. So, yeah, I mean, I'll give them full marks for pulling that off. Creed Bros should lose now, but start to build a feud. Interesting. That could work. I'd be okay if they get a surprise win. Maybe another roll-up, small package. Seems to be the going thing most days. I hope that the Creeds going for WWE Tag Team Championships and dethrone Judgment Day. They will. In time. I don't know if they're going to dethrone Judgment Day, but give them a chance. Let them get in there, but they will be champions one day. I have no doubt about that. Greets for the W. WWE got that one. DIY will take the straps from Judgment Day. Not a bad show. Uber babyface team, your big heel faction. It works. It could, especially with KO and Sammy out of the picture now. I could definitely see that being the case, guys. Yeah, 100% DIY. And again, you remind everybody who they are. You give them a little vignette, and it's, hey, if you didn't know, these two are really good together, and they used to be really solid, and they're coming back. So again, kudos to the production. Charles, how you doing? How you doing? Justin Michaels, if I haven't said hello. Wow, this match is horrible. You can't tell that Otis and Gable go easy on them. Well, I don't know. I mean, horrible. I think it's been all right to start. I don't know if anyone's going easy. I think they want to show up and show out. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the match goes, Justin. But yeah, I don't have the same viewpoint at this time. This reminds me a lot of the Minnesota stretching crew, Lesnar and Benjamin. Absolutely. And a long history with Minnesota coming up crew after crew. But yeah, definitely got that vibe. You got the big beast who's athletic, and then you got the other talent who's athletic in his own right. It's a good combo. They're young, they're bright. The Steiners being compared to Lesnar, Benjamin, their future is bright. Definitely future champions. How long before they completely forget about the tag teams again for the 9 millionth time? See, Money, I can't hold them to the sins of the past. I would believe that the current regime, the current creative control understands the value of tag team wrestling. And some of the best tag team wrestling we got over the last decade or so came out of Triple H and NXT, the DIYs, the Alpha Academies, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, I'm giving this regime the benefit of the doubt because we know that Vince was not always the biggest fan of said tag team wrestling. Wow, this match is horrible. You can't tell. I got that one. Cheer up, Justin. Kind of like how the Jets weaseled their way to a victory versus the Giants. Go Giants. No, Giants are struggling. Just sometimes it's not meant to be. Good analogy. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. And the Creeds are good. What's going on here? Just a bad debut. Okay. Fair enough. I think the match has been okay. Gable going for the tag. Brutus going for the tag. We get two. Oh, there's a little bit of slow transition there. But we're going. Otis cannonballing through. Oh, cannonball roll. One slam. Two slams. Wow. Otis laying out Julius Creed. I think one of the tricky parts about this match is everybody's a babyface. I've been glamoring for Braun Breaker to debut as a heel and have his Uncle Scott Steiner be his heel manager. That'll give Braun charisma he needs. Listen, I don't think it will ever happen. I'm actually confident it will never happen, but I'm all for somebody to give Scott Steiner a microphone on a weekly basis, just for the sheer entertainment value. Oh, big knee by Julius. Double axe handle from the top. Standing shooting star. Standing moonsault. You know what, Justin? It's a little flat. Alpha Academy for the W. If Chad Gable does the roll up, it's just called a package. I like that. That's funny. Dawn got scared. Package for the W. A lot of package. Big clothesline. No budge from Otis. KJ, do you see Rhea keep her title at Crown Jewel? Yes, I think so. I would be surprised if she loses it. Oh my God, everybody on everybody. We got a pile up. Ivy shocked. Maxine shocked. The crowds are cheering. We got the compactor slam. 450. Moonsault. One after the other. Brutus Creed at the bottom of it all. Maxine up on the apron. Ivy yanking her down.
Good God Almighty, good God.
Speaking of yanking down.
Whoa, hey, hold on.
Bad timing.
No, that poor choice of words.
Oh, belly to back on Tozawa.
Ivy suplexes Tozawa.
Shorty G chucked out of the ring. Blind tag. Otis clothesline. Do you see
anybody that said that this is a shit match? By the way, what the fuck have you been watching?
I'm enjoying the match. I thought there was a bit of a slower pace in the at one point, but the crowd's into it. A lot of big moves. I'm okay.
Not a bad day. We're gonna get a Doomsday Destroyer. Oh, we're gonna get the cannonball onto Otis.
You want to talk about
putting the Creeds get the win.
Yeah, you want to talk about putting a team on the map, Nick. You have literally Julius hold Otis on his shoulders and have everybody watch that.
Sorry, because I even saw the replay pop up again on my timeline on X. Gonna give it to you earlier today, to where this man had sit there. He's got like a fucking sharpshooter locked in, turns around and hits a one-arm pile drive or a power bomb in the middle of a fucking cage match. Like, there's a reason Vince respectfully saw these guys as WrestleMania, like his blue chips upon blue chips upon blue chips. And granted, it is Vince McMahon, but it's nice to see the Creed brothers finally get their kind of flowers.
Yeah. But show respect. We get a handshake between the two teams. Big win. The Creed brothers are here. So we're getting DIY tonight. We're getting the Creed brothers tonight. It seems like an emphasis being put a little bit on the tag team division. I'm okay with that.
The fact that absolutely, and the fact that the Creed brothers won, I would now call that a full call up. Like, they don't go back to NXT after that.
Nope. Maybe for hello, but that's it. The Brutus Ball.
Handshake and a goodbye.
I came in like a Brutus Ball.
I never hit so hard.
And notice Otis is the Fallout guy of the group. Yeah, kind of.
What about Radioactive Man?
Gee Willikers.
This ain't a scene. It's a goddamn Otis race.
That's right.
No, I don't. Let's be honest. We even kind of thought that when Otis won, remember when he won Money in the Bank briefcase? We're like, this is really great. We'd love to see this, but not take it seriously.
Right. We're in the back with the Judgment Day.
I think Gable is the one that they're gonna get it behind. I remember being out here of like, he's gonna win the IC belt. He's gonna win that. Trick or treat! We have the New Day dressed up as the Judgment Day.
Hilarious.
This man, I need this as a trick or treat bag or anything like that. It just walk around with a takeout dish.
Right? Hilarious. Take it easy.
Did you catch Austin Creed of, oh, what's up, mommy?
Yeah.
She's the girl all the bad guys want. Jay don't give a shit about a match. He's, how you doing? Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Oh, now we've got, well, yeah, we do have.
I'm just watching the team meeting here.
No, you're good.
I have Cody at Crown Jewel.
Do you think they'll give Breaker the Steiner name if and when he gets called up? I hope so.
No, he'll stay Braun Breaker. He's already appeared on the main roster as Braun Breaker. They're not going to change that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. How soon do you think Lance Anawahi and I forget his tag team partner that also got granted his release?
Juicy Fanu.
Yes. How long till they show up in the bloodline?
Dude, do it. Do it. We've been talking about this for a hot minute. Get Jacob. Get Lance. Get whoever. Get
the mercenaries. Do it within the family, but do mercenaries. Trust me, I'm out here dressed like a goddamn soprano, 100% doing it in the family.
Roman looks down and out. He's finally going to get his. Nobody's got his back. And then in comes the new army. Fuck everybody up.
Oh, absolutely. Contingency plan. That's their name. The contingency plan.
Right? We run this place. All right. They're having a... Oh. All right,
who run this house? Whose house? Rob's house. Rob's house.
Great match.
Babyface's got a hug.
Oh,
brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. Oh, well, speaking of baby faces, is this where we start to, I guess, turn Miz babyface? Because I don't know,
dude. It's a tough one. It's the same thing I feel when Charlotte is extended as a babyface. I don't love it. I'm like, we know. Like, okay, you're smiling right now, but we know you're not. But know.
Charlotte can at least go on of she has the talent. I say that respectfully of just, well, she's got the lineage, everything. She can at least, that's something of a landing spot. Miz is just an insufferable prick, much like Logan Paul, etc. At times, like he's built that way.
Miz is. They're giving us Miz facts. By the way, he's the first ever 2-time Grand Slam champion in history.
He's also two-time MTV. Who gives a shit?
Is it weird that they're hyping up his resume for us?
Yeah, I'll say that.
I see Nick's radioactive man, and I raise him a toxic Avenger.
Ho ho ho! I don't,
man.
That's like playing a fucking Magic the Gathering card in a Pokemon game.
There you go. New Day is good. LOL, that was funny. Yeah, not a bad segment. My only issue with the New Day is I feel like they've just been doing the same thing for so long.
Well, it's same shtick, new group to go after.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. I just feel like there was at times, especially when they did the draft and they separated them, they could have done a little bit more. Maybe an Xavier solo run. I know they made him King of the Ring, but that went nowhere. That was a shit show.
But they are where they are. It's even much like I don't know if we've talked about this on stream or anything like that as we're in commercial break. I think four right now. Well, about how Corbin even came out there and said of when he retires, he wants people to just remember of like, wow, that guy was a lot better than I thought he was. Like he understands his role is to get somebody over and make them look good and all of that. So I think maybe the New Day, like you got to realize some of these guys are maybe slotted into that spot and they're okay with it.
Yep. No, you're not wrong on that at all. And I mean, again, and I feel like we do that a lot as a fan base nowadays. It's like we hate it, and then it goes away, and we're like, "Why is it leaving?" And you're like, "Wait, you didn't like it.
You didn't like that until it wasn't there anymore. What the fuck?"
The Creeds will be such a worthwhile addition to the tag scene. It's been a while since we've seen a tag team with this type of gimmick. I'm down to see where the tag division goes. What?
It's been a while since we've seen a team with the type of gimmick. You mean the Alpha Academy?
Well, not really. I mean, I think I get what AJ's saying as far as just that higher level, like that Steiner vibe, right? I mean, the Alpha Academy would be the last time we saw. I mean, I'd give you that for sure.
It's the Alpha Academy, just seriously.
Or like, well, yeah, like kind of back when it was American Alpha.
Fair enough.
Awesome. Is JD member now? We don't really, kind of, sort of. He's like, again, the kid brother that just tags along.
Yeah, he's not fully, initiated, but he just kind of keeps showing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Break number 4.
They're coming hot heavy.
Mixed TV, like I said, the Miz turning babyface. I don't think so. It's going to be interesting to see.
I'm curious how they're going to pull it off, and if it's viable. I'm not convinced that it will be.
To turn the Miz face, you need an inciting event, a run-in to save a baby face. Even then, though, you'd still feel like he's got this ulterior motive.
I like what they're doing. Sorry to interrupt, Nick. Just a quick side note. Instead of having a bunch of like backstage interviews or a whole segment of talking, they're just doing these little 50-second vignettes for each woman in the match on Saturday. Like, to me, it's a really good way to put each of them out there.
Lean into your strengths. WWE has always been phenomenal at video packages, and they kind of honestly have gotten away with it. But it's even, we saw it with like Nakamura, how he would still cut his promo in Japanese, and then they just subtitle underneath it and make it look intense as shit. That there is probably the most Nia's been over since she got back, and it's just accentuate it, highlight the strengths, overpass the weaknesses and everything like that. And that's what makes this great, and it keeps the show moving at a good pace.
Yeah,
we're into almost the start of the 9 o'clock hour, and it hasn't felt slow at all.
This. Yeah, absolutely. No, tonight's going well as far as timing goes. And we got a Miz Pumpkin, a Mizzo Lantern.
Yes, that is the best term right there. A Mizzo
Lantern. When is Braun Breaker going to be on Monday Night Raw? Give it time. He's still doing something with. We gotta settle this. Von Wagner.
The 82 or the Audi 2 and 80. Well, I was going to say the biggest way to ho.
So you can't turn Miz babyface against Gunther. Oh no, Gunther.
If you do this, you can't turn Miz babyface versus Gunther because this is going to backfire like a motherfucker.
We like him too much,
and just everybody's going to like Gunther. He's going to be babyfaced.
Yeah, because every time he beats up the Miz, we're gonna be like, yeah, get him.
That's gonna be the thing, and that's gonna be the fucking awakening moment is when he's chopping the shit out of the Miz, and we get hey, and he Miz chops Gunther back, and boo, yay,
yeah,
boo,
hack the bone,
break him in hell.
We got Ludwig.
Someone needs to tell Nia she bossed her squash on Rhea. I think Nia, no. And Nia, to me, at this point, people are just running with a fucking narrative at this point. Honestly, respectfully. We've both been out here and pointed out when she's been sloppy jalopy. Mm-hmm. I get it. I get how that narrative is created. But she's been all right, and they've used her right since she's been back.
I think we just lost your audio a little bit there, my guy. Maybe test.
I good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so maybe you're just deaf.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, I think I said it from day one with the Nia Jax thing is the fans out there are more I don't know what the word is, indignant about the whole thing. About Nia Jax coming back.
Insufferable.
Like nobody in the company seems to be bothered by it. Why are you so upset? I don't get it.
It's the one thing I hate, just even on a side note about our society, is when you're offended on someone's behalf.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you to be upset about something that no one else is upset about?
Yeah. Oh, Miz is trying to be a babyface.
Fuck.
He is trying to be a babyface. He's getting the sarcastic joking with the crowd.
He spoke, talking about how Giovanni spoke. This is gonna snafu on them.
This one is not. This wouldn't be my first choice.
Well, but again, this is a Hunter boo-boo. This is not a Vince McMahon. This is not a TKO. This is not a, we got to pump out this new straight to DVD, a Walmart $5 bin fucking movie with the Miz in it.
Big pop for Gunther. And Nick, I know you were on one there, but
no, you're good. This
Fabian
is
Eichner,
making Gunther a babyface.
Yeah, Fabian Eichner went to speak, got yelled at by Ludwig. He said, you talk when the ring general says you talk. And right on cue, here comes Gunther, who again in the suit, in the turtle, well, the high neck. He looks like a villain. He looks great, but the fans popped when his music hit, like I did.
All we're missing is a goddamn John McClane to go with this man right now.
Are you Detective John?
Whoever goes against Gunther, they're going to die hard. The 100%, like you said, he's very much, if he dies, he dies. If I chop him, I chop him.
Right.
But is this the adverse, though, of we've all been misreading it, of this is a soul for a soul of Miz, you must be sacrificed so Gunther can be babyface.
But but Miz is playing it like a babyface, so I think they're actually like, maybe because.
But do they know it's going to fuck up? Do they preemptively know it's a bad move?
I think they're hopeful.
It's going to counter strike.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Right.
Miz has been a dick for 18 years.
We got a lad.
Damn.
It's the year 2023, and you're seriously going to try and run a talk show? What?
I like that. Who wins between Otis and Augustus Gloop?
Or what's the kid from The Simpsons of "Don't make me run, I'm full of chocolate"? Gunther, it was Gunther. Yeah, because in the treehouse of horror, to where you could say there's Uter, there's a little bit of Uter in all of us. Pause.
Well, speaking of Uters or Gunters or whatever.
No.
He used to be an Uter, now he's a Gunter.
No. Balor should be the demon on the Halloween episode. Yes, seriously. Where's my spooky? Where's my fantastique?
Listen, this company's not giving away shit like that on free TV. Get out of here.
Spooky, scary skeleton, send shivers down your spine.
They're screwed. They're not thinking about how.
Yeah, but you think about it though. John Cena made his whole career because he was out there dressed like Vanilla Ice, cutting a freestyle on Steph's gazongas and everything like that. So
gazongas, the word of the day, folks. Thank you, word bird.
I feel like I sound like fucking Shelton now of like Bazinga.
Money, hit me with a link, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he is the perfect Bond villain. Yeah, Hundo P.
Do you expect me to die, Mr. Gunther? No, I expect you to get chopped.
Who wins the fight? We got that one. Coming right up, got that. We pop for Gunther because we haven't seen such a dominant IC champion like this in a long time. Can you fault us? Not at all.
Not at all.
Over. No, we cheer.
We're all there, and we're almost, it's weirdly to the point to where I'm more comfortable, or it's calling him Gunther is synonymous with Walter now. You're getting that comfortable with it before when we hated it initially.
So he is selling them, and I can't remember who in the chat brought up he was going to sell it as, no, he did get a cheer. He got a cheer. They're piping that cheer in. Come on, fuck off.
They literally cut to a fan. It's like, you can have that. He literally does this motion.
He made the title. Yeah, see, he's doing the same, like that snappy thing he does when he's a heel. Now he's doing it in a baby face. Now he did get a cheer. I got to give him credit. He got a cheer. He made the title prestigious.
No.
Thank you, Miz. No. Take it back? What are they chanting?
I don't know. I need a translator.
Gunther has the best entrance of the game.
You're one of the greatest sports entertainers.
Is this going to be a crown jewel?
I'm all about creating memorable moments. Why not create a Miz TV moment?
They're going to mash up his pumpkin.
This man's going to take a fucking pumpkin on his head.
What is like the interesting relationship with Vinci is still kind of interesting to me. Ooh. Fuck your pumpkin.
Oh, all right. You had us, and then you lost us in the same moment. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? I kicked dirt on your shoes. Yeah, what are you going to do? What the fuck?
And here, Gunther lays out Miz.
Gunther's chop is the equivalent of JBL's fucking clothesline from hell.
Oh, I don't know. This is interesting booking.
This is bad booking.
But look, they are like you said, they're trying to make him John McClane, and he's not. He's the Marine.
He's not John McClane. He's Johnny Cage. And 100%, I would pay good money to watch The Miz as Johnny Cage in a live action Mortal Kombat movie.
There you go.
But he is not fucking John McClane. He is not fucking James Bond. He is not any of that shit. He is the guy who's an insufferable douchebag is the one that I want to cheer for versus the guy who just puts on fucking 5-star matches. What?
DIY's got a new entrance and matching gear. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. Well, are you? I've heard the talks of how they're going to get a new theme and everything, much like how Carlito got a new theme, and people are like, "Oh, I missed the old one," but it's a little bit of, well, you didn't know the old one, so.
I like that one. Miz and DIY as a team versus Team Europe. I was getting those vibes, to be honest. You want to help turn
America?
Wait, does that help Miz go babyface, or does that just hurt DIY altogether?
Yes. DIY is already on. They're already on life support with how much they haven't been on TV.
I thought you were doing Ciampa's entrance.
Yeah, but dude. Yeah, but they're already on life support with how little they've been on TV and how much we wanted them on TV. You pair them with the Miz, and they're the ones that are supposed to prop Miz up, like to be Cody.
B team.
Yeah. Fuck.
Miz is climbing back up to my favorite list. Larry, if you're being serious, I'm curious because some people did cheer for him. I can't give
them wrong. Explain it to us.
No, yeah,
tell us where we're wrong. If we're wrong,
if Miz was going to go heel or babyface, I think Gunther was a bad choice because there is a lot of love for Gunther. That's my biggest complaint here. Is you might not have given him the best, you're trying to pole vault and you put that fucking bar too high too early.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of who would you do it with then. You missed your. Well, you couldn't kind of do it with Drew because Drew's a tweener. Maybe Nakamura.
That's my point. It's really hard to turn it.
That'd be interesting. I feel like that'd be a weird angle to go.
Yeah.
You go the Dom route or anything like that. That's maybe where you have to go.
I don't know if I want to see.
You can't do Logan that SmackDown. What?
It's a tough show because again, I think Miz kind of had his niche of see what I did there? Yeah.
Yeah, well, 100%. I feel like that's perfect. They missed their mission.
Yeah, they were mission failed.
Right.
They teased Lesnar and Walter hard during Royal Rumble. The IC title, I don't know why I did that, is the one championship.
I don't know why Daniel was all about wanting Lesnar and Walter hard.
I didn't mean to
even have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
But I still think we could get Gunther and Lesnar. It's been rumored that might be the match in Germany next year.
Fair enough. But even then, That would be insane. We talked about this on our, the whole dirt sheet debate, to where I still constantly want to just slip in and like calling you like skip. But the fact that we could we're going to have the show in Berlin, we're going to have a backlash in France. When is the last time you remember ever seeing a WWE premium live event in France?
I don't recall many.
The last time we got a show in Australia was the Super Showdown, and that's because they were facing too much backlash from going to Saudi, so they went to Australia for a week.
Yeah, like I know they do their European tours where they hit, France and Germany, all this, but anything televised from that, again, partly because of the time zone and shit, it's just never been a thing. I mean, we're setting up for a lot of brunches with the boys for.
I'm here for it. I'm a fan of brunch.
Get them in. Let's go. But
in the morning, I make waffles.
Making waffles. I'm coming over for waffles. Let's go.
Fuck it. I got a mini fucking Grogu waffle maker. I got all sorts of shit. My wife loves making breakfast.
And waffles.
We'll make waffles.
Breakfast is my absolute favorite.
You sound like fucking 11 from like Stranger Things now. I'm like, I just need waffles.
I just need waffles. No crowd reaction for Gargano and Ciampa.
I think that's because of what preceded it.
Well, and it was still kind of happening. Like Miz was still walking out. It was, it was a bit tempered. I'll give you that.
Well, it's how MJF versus Jay White, the promos are hot ass because the match before it wasn't super great. So we are talking about Bash in Berlin.
This is gonna be good. Mercedes
# save the pumpkins.
Anybody know? Somebody let me know. What is the Miz yelling at Pierce? What's capacity in the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Berlin?
You keep talking, I'll look it up.
Skeep up.
Skitty up. I'm the scat man.
Now he's pushing this. I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer, but it comes off heelish.
It comes off insufferable, like I said. It's just one of those petulant of just, you're the whiny fucking child that you've cried wolf so many times. I don't give a shit anymore.
And I think that's a little bit of I love the Miz. I give him more credit. I think he's underrated. But we've done the similar dance for quite a while.
He's main event Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. Oh, Jonah. Wow. Okay.
What?
I think people like Jonah better than Miz.
Raise your hands if you like Jonah more than the Miz. I see a lot of eyes.
Son of a bitch. I don't know if this is going to help him.
Polish a turd. It's still a turd.
We'll see, folks. I'm not sold on babyface Miz. I'm not.
I don't think he's sold on it. And that's part of what makes
it reminds me?
Weird.
Do you know what it reminds me of? When they tried to make Logan Paul a babyface, and we were just like, no, not buying it.
Yep.
No, sorry. No, not buying it.
So the maximum seating for the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Berlin is 17,000.
Okay. They'll sell that out, which will be nice.
Well, example Survivor Series, to where they're literally having to dumb down the set because the demand for tickets is that high.
Oh, Gargano.
Meanwhile, you have AW that's selling 15,000, 10,000 seat arena and sells 3,000.
Right. This match is kicked off, folks. Make sure you get in the chat. Let us know who you're taking. Let us know who you are predicting is going to take the W here tonight. Off to a good start. Crowd's a little quiet. We'll see how this one goes. See if we can get some fanfare behind DIY at the main stage.
Well, even technically, if this was a NXT match right now, this is a takeover match, because in ring right now, this should be fantastic. This is Imperium versus DIY.
Yep. And it's off to a good start.
Right. I don't
know why they hate Eichner so much, man. I think he's a good wrestler.
Because he's bald. People don't like bald people, I guess. I just said it. Sorry. Why?
I want to see one of those other Samoan family members get signed and get called Nico. And him and Roman can go bowling together and got a gentleman's club. Wait, what? Dave, help me here.
That's oddly specific. And I wonder why.
Some tandem offense, big clothesline knee. Down goes
DIY.
Vinci.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Star? Roller coaster. Oh, love.
We got Tope Gargano, and here we go. See, this shit will get them over. Now we're getting some cheers. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, well, it's the nostalgia.
Yep.
It's, you remember, I remember.
Yeah.
DIY for the win.
Huge
DIY.
European. What a great camera shot.
That is a GTA 4 reference. What is? Okay.
Okay.
You have that. DIY for the win. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
I got to go DIY, man. I mean, it's same with the Creeds earlier. Give them a W. Make them look good. If they lose this one, then we probably don't give a fuck about them next week.
You're going to put me in the awkward position if I'm going to just have to take the heels to be difficult here. I'll take the Italian there. Giovanni Vinci. There we go.
Right. What time is Saudi show starting Saturday, and what time are you going live? I think we're going live at 11 a.m. Maybe noon.
Yeah, hold on.
I think we're going live at 11.
Well,
right early. Bring your coffee, bring your waffles, bring your friends, bring your family, bring everybody.
We've been here at like 3 a.m. for a New Japan show, and you're acting like 11 a.m. is like a struggle, my guy.
I have it circled on the calendar. February, Australia, 6 a.m. We've never done really a 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. kind of show. So I want to see how like a fucking crack of the dawn, let's go.
Crack a cold one. Light them if you got them. Fucking wake and bake. Fucking stream 100% brunch. That would be brunch with the boys number 8. So yeah, that's 100%. That's the Infinity Gauntlet there.
Right, the breakfast with the boys. But it's gonna be a fun.
Don't you forget about
the Breakfast Club. That's what I'm gonna do for the thing. But yeah, folks, we are in another commercial break. I will remind everybody, make sure you get in this chat. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. And make sure you hit like, subscribe. We're back tomorrow. Halloween Havoc night 2, stack night. Then Wednesday, we got Dynamite coming up. It's a busy week. Impact's back from a week off. Friday, we got the triple header probably coming your way. Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel, Saturday, Collision Saturday. Who knows what else on Saturday? Plus, most likely 1, if not 2 shows on Sunday. So if you like wrestling, this is the place you should be getting it.
The weather may be cooling off because it's the fall, autumn season, everything like that. But things 100% are heating up in the pro wrestling scene and heating up on the channel. So 100%, you're doing yourself a disservice. And you're being a bad friend, honestly, respectfully. If you're not telling your friends about us, because nobody covers pro wrestling like we do, and nobody does it at the pace we do, at the level that we do. Again, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. And I gotta get away to notice. And I just keep going back to that now.
You would never stop me. Love my waffle iron. I love that.
Coming soon to the Wrestling for Life merchandise store. A what waffle iron?
A what waffle maker? What
we need to do. We need a why have we not thought about this earlier? Of a limited run of Brunch with the Boys t-shirts for each stream and everything, or just even a general Brunch with the Boys. We need an overarching and then like limited edition. If you were here for this one, you got this run for number 7, number 8, number 9, what? Number 10, what?
We could do it.
See,
now I gotta go back and count the. Now I gotta go count the fucking episode.
Good. See, I just gave him homework because I didn't want to count that. I just trusted this man at 7.
Right. Gunther, like,
yes, we do start Crown Jewel. Sorry, by the way, at 1 p.m. Well, 1 p.m. The show starts at 1. We'll probably be here at the Ass Crack of noon. Oh, yeah. Okay. I said noon. This man said 11:30. All right. So,
well, we'll see. We usually go slightly before the pre-show. If it's
past 3, you can have that.
Right. It's brunch, not lunch.
It's got to be past that noon. 11:59.
Whose side are you on, KJ? Anyway, we're back to the action. So we're just forgetting Gargano and Ciampa in the ring. I don't think so. We were on commercial break, Justin. How you doing?
Right. We've got, by the way, they're fucking tagging together. How are they both in the, like, they can both be in the ring? They're not facing each other. Is that what you're
referring to? Oh, maybe.
Oh, are you just like, well, they're both in a match? Like, no, we get that. I see there is no pleasing you.
Oh, Ludwig pulling Ciampa off the apron. No tag.
Babyfaces are one of this. Easy.
Backbreaker looking good. This is what I don't get about, like, Vinci can wrestle, man.
But that's the thing. He's super talented in the ring. He's just, I wonder if they think that they're gonna pull a singles run out of him, but I don't think they are. Like him and Ludwig, they're a tag team. They're like we were talking about the New Day earlier. It's a faction that doesn't need to split.
Yeah, my brain.
Not every faction needs to break up.
Right, my brain read this as hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo.
Raise your hands if you like getting a root canal more than the Miz. Raises both hands.
Raise the roof.
Ice cream bars with the Miz on them. There we go. J-Boy's got it.
Well, where are my ice cream bars?
Hot tag to Ciampa. Decent pop, not a big one.
Yeah. Did you see that people have theorized online that they're hiding Punk imagery in the background of the crown jewel?
I did. Like Jesus in the toast,
like
my
they
guy.
did with Wyatt with the Extreme Rules.
Yeah. It's like Jesus in the toast, my guy. The cloud was making an X. Come on. Maybe.
It's just meals in the tortilla. No. Stop. It's that condition that I think a lot of, especially Americans have, of you already created the narrative, so now you have to pathway yourself.
They all
you have to pathway yourself to that. We are the only ones popping because of that, by the way. Not now popping with the balloons.
You want to know what I am for Halloween?
It didn't do it that time. Ciampa and Kaiser just going at it right now. Oh, roll through or rolling thunder. No, it's not. It's not even actually. That's the driver.
Yeah. Oh, big kick. Look at this. And listen, I mean.
Getting running the small package.
Slightly behind me.
Stop doing that. We all float down here. Is that what the fuck?
Did it do it again?
Yes.
I wasn't even looking that time. That's so funny. That was a delayed balloon reaction.
Tag in. Who's the legal man, by the way? Oh. We're setting up for the.
Oh,
super kick.
Oh, roll up.
Roll out. I kind of hate getting a win on like that dude buster, like pinning predicament there of like I'm just teabagging you in the face. Shining Wizard.
Gargano with the tag, or Ciampa with the tag. Setting it up. Big cheer. Decent cheer.
Tepid tag.
Meet in the middle.
Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Not a lot of give a shit from the crowd for the match. Big response at the end. So
yeah, but that's the thing is we haven't got a reason for a lot of give a shit with DIY. The biggest thing we've been seeing is Ciampa out there like, have you seen my friend? Have you seen my friend?
Yeah. No, book them in some stuff. Let them show off what they do in the ring. This was a good match. Eichner with a huge moonsault that missed on the replay there. But, yeah, it's over. Big win for DIY, guys.
I like this. This is going to end up being, our fucking tag team name. Bald on bald action.
I kind of want to put that on a t-shirt too.
There you go. DIY's gear is kind of fire. Yeah. Little main event-ish. And I don't mean that as in they should have been in the event of the show, just the color scheme. This is heating up. CM Punk is in the build. What? And Wolfenstein loses.
Whoa. Creepy Nakamura. Coming out of the fog.
Spooky, scary Shinsuke. Shivers down your spine. Looks like he's got shivers down his spine.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yes.
DIY wins. Yes, they did.
I played that like the violin on his entrance.
Can we call Imperium Wolfenstein from now on?
We'll just call Gunther Ivan Drago now. Just go hard in the paint with that. Just Ramstein. That's their name now.
3-0 says AJ. Shinsuke is speaking in Japanese. Yes, sir, he is.
Poked do it. Show yourself.
Is he challenging Punk? Is he challenging Punk?
He's asking someone to poke him.
He said, show yourself. I'm just fucking. I don't really think.
No, he didn't say that. So that's why I'm like, what? Oh, the vitamins that good? Am I misreading?
Right. I'm happy the DIY is back together as a team. And speaking of DIY, we're getting a Candice LeRae package. So the packages continue. And I'm okay with it. I know people out there, I know, the little hateful people are going to scream and yell that too many packages. No, this is a way clearer, way more concise way to deliver this.
Packages, little evil. Like, I was like, so you're just finding different ways to describe Candice right now.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, that's definitely... I have no idea what the fuck. Who cares? I don't know what it was.
Well, no, it's so interesting to me that she's going to the fucking Poison Pixie and everything.
Why not?
When we're seeing now, we've got Marina Schiff here in AW. We've got Ronda Rousey showing up in fucking Wrestling Revolver, and it's so funny to see how Candice LeRae was the initial one that was out there, being fucking bloodied up and everything like that, being the indie fucking tough chick, and now she's out here as Poison Pixie.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking took a roundabout.
I feel like we took a journey on that one.
Yeah, I took a roundabout. I know.
I think, wasn't she referred to something similar to that on the indies as well? I think it's kind of her thing. Candice has never really found a way to get over with me, and I'm not one of the people that were a big fan of the way, so we'll see.
Oh, the way 100% lost its way, and now we're getting Candice versus Xia Li.
Xia Li for the W.
But
I feel like they're introducing us to a lot of people tonight. They want us to know who a lot of people are.
They're establishing depth.
I think so.
That's what I think it really is. If they're establishing depth, they've probably everybody that's going to be at Crown Jewel is fucked off over to Crown Jewel, has gone over to Saudi.
Yeah.
So much like how you wanted an NXT SmackDown, you're getting a upper mid card to lower mid card Monday Night Raw. Everybody that's not at Saudi is over here, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's a good opportunity.
Minus your obvious Rheas and shit, but yeah. Candice LeRae, the Poison Pixie versus Xia Li. Yes, 100%. But no crowd reactions, though. Cole called her Candice Male Shell. I did not catch that. Xia Li better win. Gilly, I don't know what you're getting at, but she's had the child. Like, I don't know. Like, the child's walking. Well, because he's out here. You can't be out here pregnant waving. Like, how behind are you, sir?
Who's pregnant waving?
I think he was talking about
Candice.
That's why I'm like, what?
That little, the little one's up and running.
She's out here trick or treating tomorrow. Fuck is you on about? Yeah, but would they bring in ratings? Ooh, 50-50.
He's pulling a Cody.
I don't. You ought to start putting some context around this. Or you do the super chats and we can get the context. Roman sucks. No, not at all.
Not accurate.
I know you're about to pause for the cause here. We're in commercial break number 5 right now. So we're already hour and a half through and only number 5. So I think I might have hit the jackpot here taking the under.
Oh.
But have you seen people like just randomly getting up in arms again about like Roman's bad? Like he should have, because there was the Make-A-Wish thing, and now like he should have done what was right for the company and dropped the title to Cody and all this.
It wasn't just his choice, people. And if Vince had said you're dropping the belt to Cody, he would have dropped the belt to Cody. But they didn't go in that direction. And again, I know a lot of the fan base are used to very, quick gratification nowadays. You get everything you want in a blink of an eye. And the fact that something didn't go well. Listen, I wanted Sammy to win it. Didn't happen. Thought Cody was going to win it. Didn't happen. We thought others were going to win it. Didn't happen. So that's it. That's the story of the heel champion. And at the end of the day, again, it's not like his obligation to be like, I think Cody deserves this.
Well, you even have guys like R-Truth, Ron Killings out there coming out and saying how Roman's a great guy, how he'll, much like people were saying with Punk, he'll sit there and he'll take the time to work with somebody backstage or whatever. Anybody that's willing to listen or willing to ask something.
Sorry, Nick, I got distracted by Xia Li. We get another package here tonight, so
that's fine. I thought it was a Mortal Kombat 1 commercial.
It really is.
Test your mind. Dun, 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 dun.
How are you feeling about the usage of the packages? It's not stopping.
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
I feel like
how I feel about this package.
I like this.
But no, it's worked, and I think it. Again, the biggest thing is it's worked. It's really helped the pacing move along. Like we're an hour and a half through Monday Night Raw. We're 2 hours on our stream because we went early, but we're an hour and a half through Monday Night Raw, and nothing felt like it's been, oh fuck, well this just fucking end or
not at all.
Everything's moving.
Yeah, I'll give you that for sure. And again, I think it's better than having, Candice in the back doing a 3-minute interview that is all right, whatever. Or, having Nia Jax come all the way out and stand in the middle of the ring and deliver a monologue.
Having good old what's her name backstage there, just interviewing Xia Li to where she cuts a fucking, incoherent promo that isn't super relevant. We can sit there and we'll touch this up in post and everything. And it makes Xia Li look like a fucking badass. Christ, you had people out here, what was it, last week or the week before, that were like, who's behind in the background? And like, it wasn't Xia Li.
I really don't like Xia Li's entrance. I like
dude, it is 100% as Tekken, it's Mortal Kombat, it's
Test.
You're mine. Dude.
I don't know. It seems ridiculous.
Choose your fighter.
And why do they
Xia Li, Candice LeRae.
When did you start? When were like, weapons? Okay, like remember when wrestlers used to bring pets to the ring? Now they bring like swords and blades.
I was gonna say Drew McIntyre's got a sword, and the sword has a name. The sword's over.
The sword is over. Oh, by the way, on a side note,
speaking of weapons,
right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about
Xia Li's gonna win. Burp.
Fair enough. I thought you were talking about Indy Hartwell over there. That's where I thought you were going. But so we're on our way right now. So let me know who you're taking. Choose your fighter of Xia Li or Candice LeRae right now. Easy bake, relax. The tag division could slowly be getting resuscitated with the Creeds. With arms wide open. Coming in DIY reuniting. There's potential for a lit a legit vibrant division. But they have to go through with it. I think they will. I still think, though, they need to split it between a Raw division and a SmackDown division. Excuse me. As Xia Li's draping the apron over, or the ring skirt over Candice here. We all name our swords. Pause. Yeah, 100. I haven't, but 100% pause on that. Xia, sexy. You do you, boo boo. Nick, quick, at the start screen, enter the code for blood. Up, down, down. Well, oh, that's the fucking Konami code, though. Up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. I can't remember off the top of my head the fucking blood code. As I clicked the one comment I was supposed to click. But Xia Li for the W. I still think it's going to end up being Candice for this. But yeah, this... I like that they're doing the video packages in it and makes you halfway interested. As Candice is literally sounding like she's getting out on Main Street here. This is a little awkward, though. So they're calling it off. The ref calls it off. This was a bad match that ended worse than I thought it could have. Unless they're really building up Xia Li that bad. Which, honestly, for anyone that wants to sit there and be like, oh, WWE's hating the fucking women's division or anything like that, we have Xia Li versus Candice LeRae right now with Indy at ringside with a female official with Samantha Johnson, or it's not Samantha Johnson, I forget her name. We have a female ring announcer. So everybody involved in this match was a woman. But what the fuck is... I don't know how comfortable I feel if we're selling like that she's actually like out here on fucking Dream Street, like that she's got a fucking concussion or anything like that. That bad from Xia Li. Like, you know, people on the internet are going to just run with this of that. Xia's unstable and that she actually hurt her. We don't know. I don't know if I really like this as the end of this match. I thought this could have actually been a competitive match between the two and actually get both women over. And instead, we've just got not even 5 moves of doom. We got 1.5 moves of doom. As we've got Sami Zayn and Jey Uso hugging it out backstage. But yeah, folks, let me know how you're thinking about whatever that was that just ended the Candice and Xia Li match. Charisse, what up? Ref didn't use the X. Yeah, fair enough. Artist, what up, my guy? Just checking in. Ref stoppage, great call. Haven't seen that one in a while. It's a redemptive angle. I'm just saying. Yes and no, but I don't. If you're going to do a ref stoppage, do it to where it's a competitive match. And it's one of those of she's back and forth and then she's got to really redeem herself or anything like that. Don't do it to where it's literally like, huh? Oh, that just really did that? Okay. Like that to me does not work, as we're in commercial break right now, hyping up tomorrow where we'll be here live for Halloween Havoc Night 2, to where we got 3 title matches. So 100% that's how you know it's going to be a 5-star night. What? Yeah, stop doing that. But absolutely, now I got all thrown off. Damn, I just heard Bryan Danielson just got hurt again. Yeah, no, that was on Dynamite this week. Speaking of hurt again.
And I can breathe again.
I have a pain in my chest. I need an ice pack and beef.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't even breathe.
That was interesting. A little bit of an interesting ending to that match. A little bit flat. I felt like it just got the ref should have been more reactive and then taken less time to get to that conclusion.
Well, you have the artist out here. He was saying he was kind of talking about everything or whatever, but then he's like, or there's some real life situation, what? Going on
like
needs to be off TV. So then don't put her on fucking TV to start with. Like, you have control over booking this shit.
But I mean, if you want to make Xia look like a badass, you beat her quick, hard, and solid. And that's kind of what happened there.
Then you don't do a ref stoppage. You do a TKO stoppage. You do anything like that. The ref stoppage and the way you that ref stoppage. Like, I can see a ref stoppage. I feel like the execution.
Yeah, I agree.
The ref stoppage versus I can't get to my feet ref stoppage.
I agree. The execution of the ref stoppage it felt a little clunky to me, a little flat. I felt like she should have been quicker to react. Like, oh my God, she knocked her out. But I mean, overall, what they're trying to achieve with Xia Li, I was okay with Candice getting stomped on.
I need Herb Dean in here. I don't need Maru Yamasaki. I need somebody that's going to sit there and actually get in there and act like, oh, she can't go. She's fucking, starch out versus she's out there doing the stanky leg. And no, you can't keep going.
And maybe it goes to show that they don't do it very often. So the ref was like, but yeah, it was a little.
Do you like, sorry, on a side note, do you like fake selling a concussion?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
We've been at this with Danielson when he did the convulsion.
Yeah, I mean, I find there's a line for sure, but I don't mind, like, doing the Shawn Michaels, the Roxy, I have no issue with it. We're supposed to, again, if I watch a show, I know they're not really shooting the bad guy, but I still want to see guns and shots fired, And I think to sell me on the idea that she just got knocked the F out, I'm okay with that.
I think the only thing is that when you have so many people, and even John Moxley of all people is calling into question of a system to gauge concussions.
Yeah.
When you're fake selling a concussion,
you put her in
it's one of those
protocol.
What's up?
You put her in kayfabe protocol. That's how you
and she goes under the blue tent.
Yeah,
but see, that's one of those of, I think it's one of those of, it's already question enough of a concussion is already question enough. So to add the doubt of whether it's shoot or kayfabe makes it a little bit risky.
Yeah, no, I don't feel that way. I mean, if they fake a broken arm, if they fake a broken wrist,
I can see that. Don't fuck with something I can't see.
Yeah, I mean, I think all bets are off, and you're trying to sell a contact sport. If you try and bring in, a lady who's known for martial arts and she blasts you in the head and the person passes out, I'm okay with that. I mean, I watch UFC. I mean, knockouts are knockouts. I'm okay with it being a fake knockout.
Well, I understand if it's a knockout, but it's one of those to me when it goes to like I get what you're saying. It depends to me if you go to that point of, the convulsions, the concussions, everything is. We're getting a video package for Shayna Baszler right now.
No, but I think it's another package leading into Crown Jewel, guys. So packages aplenty tonight. A lot of them, actually.
You'd almost think it's Christmas on Halloween Eve here. It's almost Christmas Eve with how many packages we've got.
Right. But yeah, no, I think that, it's no different than when you have somebody who gets carted off in an ambulance. Oh, look, we got the crowd around her. So yeah.
They're doing the sobriety test.
There you go. Kayfabe protocol. I'm okay with this. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my only thing with that is then when it becomes real protocol, people go back to it being kayfabe protocol.
That's okay. If the people, for the fans, it doesn't matter. We don't have to know whether it's fake or real. I don't get why we have this inherent desire. Like, what we should know. We need to know.
I'm not saying I need to know. I'm saying just don't act like one of those of, okay, so she can be back in a week because it's a kayfabe concussion versus when somebody has a real concussion and they have to take a year or not a year, but a month or anything like that off. But then it gets that to me is where it gets weird.
Well, again, and I think for me, I just qualify it in the same way of you kayfabe break someone's neck. You watch Jimmy get carted in an ambulance, and 4 weeks later, he's back screwing his brother over. I just that's part of wrestling. I want the wrestling to feel real. Like I watched a spooky countdown on WWE today, and it was you know, the moment when Hogan gets dropped on the tombstone on the chair, the infamous tombstone on the chair, and fans were crying.
As we're getting a video package for Drew.
Sure.
For Drew McIntyre. And it's interesting to me how he's still this halfway tweener.
Yeah, he still hasn't really committed either way. He's just kind of a guy who kind of doesn't care, just wants to win. I think Candice was legit concussed. I'm sure. I don't think she was legit concussed because they went back to it. If she was legit concussed, we wouldn't have had the additional segment.
Go back to it.
Yeah. So it was planned. I think Xia Li is going to knock out a few ladies here. I just wish she would put away the blades.
Katana.
Yeah, 100%.
Pick your fighter.
Oh, we're going right back to WrestleMania in front of nobody.
That's where everybody was like, got really behind Drew. Like, we were already behind him. He had the huge Royal Rumble spot. And then it's like, you get that moment, that WrestleMania moment in front of nobody.
Yep.
Like, I know I have a hard time counting this as a WrestleMania because I haven't watched it.
It was so tricky. And I mean, you watched it, and I give the wrestlers credit. They didn't half-ass anything. I mean, and one of the things I saw today was the the Cena Bray Wyatt match. Like, they were trying to give on a good show. It's just there's nobody there. It's so
I
hard.
like the Firefly Funhouse, but WrestleMania 36, there's a lot I don't count that as WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I don't.
That's the asterisk in the fucking list,
right? Oh, he's talking about Clash of the Castle, where a lot of people thought he should have won.
Right.
X is for a real injury. This clearly storyline. I guarantee you, if she was really knocked out by accident, there would have not been a segment of somebody trying to make sure she was okay.
Right. X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you.
He goes, no kayfabe. Lion 16-7 at half. There you go.
Put him up. Put him up.
Maybe they wanted to mock Danielson's injury. LOL. Nah. No.
It's not that deep, my guy.
Yeah.
The only deep moment with that was NWA doing all of the pixie sticks.
Right? Yeah, they're not going to use Candice and Xia Li to send a message, guys.
No. That's a fucking carrier pigeon way of sending a message. It'll get there someday.
I feel bad for Candice and Xia. That match didn't help either woman. I'm sure Candice is truly hurt. Richard, I do not think she's truly hurt. And I don't know how much it helped Xia, but again, I didn't hate the idea. I hated the execution a little bit.
It's one of those, if it didn't help either woman either way, like if you want to go with Xia Li, she's gonna be a fucking murderer and just knock people out, then she gets in that position and she just starts throwing elbows or whatever, and she hits a huge move and just cold cocks her, and she's just out on Broad Street, versus Candice just kind of, I keep trying to get up but my legs ain't working.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I mean, as far as the concept, I just, and I'm going to click, like, the artist here, it was a bit McClunky, though. No, I agree.
Coming soon to the value menu at McDonald's, the McClunky. That's when you order a Frosty or a Blizzard, but their ice cream machine isn't fully broke. It is kind of broke. McClunky.
I just thought that's what they called their employees nowadays.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of KJ White. Please don't spit my food when I order from McDonald's now.
Yeah, it's not a cop. It's not for a cop.
I'm out here like super troopers of like, it's for a cop. Like, please don't spit my food.
There's people trying to play Brian off as a work, saying he'll show up at Wrestle Kingdom. It's reported he's not going to. It would be ridiculous to shelf himself again just for that. Plus, orbital bone surgery doesn't heal in 2 months. Orbital bone's a tough one.
It's almost like people trying to, say that Cole's not actually hurt because he's going to be the devil.
Cole's not hurt. Cole's bullshit. He was still shooting vignettes, motherfucker.
How's that Ed story working out for you with Bray Wyatt?
Listen, man, this guy waited a month to get surgery on his shattered ankle so he could make peanut butter sandwiches with his buddies.
Yeah, because them checks still keep rolling, my guy. 100%. I don't give a shit if I'm out here making grilled cheese. I'll make mac and cheese. I'll give you Uncrustables.
No way.
That Tony Khan check is still clearing. I don't give a shit.
Really long-term booking, people. Yeah, no shit.
So long-term, the bookers even forgot it.
Right. It's an Old Testament booking.
And nomada patria feel
right.
BC instead of AC booking.
Trick or treat. As Nick is going to take a pause, we are on a pause from the show, and we are still rolling along, folks. Make sure, once again, you hit like, subscribe, be a part of the family. We eclipsed 2.8K tonight in our subscribers. We're heading towards 3K and growing fast. Still not even 2 years old. We still got a few months before that birthday comes around. So the timing in which we're doing things has been awesome. We appreciate the diehard for lifers out there, and we appreciate everybody for stopping in and saying hello. We are back all week long, so don't miss out. We are the channel that does cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And if you're not watching us, you're missing out. Go be a friend, tell a friend. Drew McIntyre at the Performance Center 2020. COVID era, WrestleMania 36, defeated Brock Lesnar for WWE Championship with no crowd. Yeah, and I mean, it's what I talk about a lot with Undertaker in the same time of, that's the last time we saw the Undertaker technically, of substance. I think he should come back and give us one more because of that. Drew, I still feel like Drew deserves a good title run. See if he can work a crowd and see if he can be the guy and get the audience behind him. He's never really had the opportunity. He's had some stops and start booking, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to win. I don't know. I'm torn. We will do our predictions tomorrow, so we'll see. Here we go again. Slow, inevitable push to turning Drew heel. A loss at Saudi will push him over the edge. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. That's where I felt like hurry up and get there. Right? I feel like we're dragging our feet with McIntyre, and I didn't feel like he was over enough as a baby face to take your time. I felt like they could have really got that turn done quicker. Know that. Big Nick giving a shout out, 2.1K plus the 136 likes on the stream tonight. And in and around 60 people hanging out with us right now. Hey, KJ, your thoughts on sponsorship logos on hockey sweaters? I think the traditionalist in me doesn't love it, but as times progress, it's just the way it is. Like seeing seeing TikTok and shit on people's helmets, it kind of it makes me laugh. And depending on your sponsor, it's funny, but yeah, I don't really hate it. I'm a bit of a jersey nut, so I try and avoid any of the jerseys with the official patches on it or the sponsor patches. But yeah, it's just a part of the business in 2023, unfortunately. You see it everywhere. I mean, shit, we get wrestling matches sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Drew versus Seth, Mania rematch. Drew wins. Good. Paul, if you want to tell that story, maybe Drew loses tonight or this weekend, and eventually you have that story build. Maybe Drew wins a Rumble. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, Drew, I kind of really want Drew just to dig into being a heel. It's hockey, not NASCAR. I'm with you, Gilly. If I had to vote, it would be no. But again, why sweat the small things? Pick your battles. Who's injured? Any truth to Wendy Chu working for Mattress City? That's funny shit. But Dale, she injured. She hurt herself napping, guys. Now we got a Zoe Stark package. The show of 1,000 packages. The Undertaker hair at the Fury fight was bad. It looks like he split ends. Split ends, Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett. No, it was very interesting. We talked about it. It's like the forward back comb over. The new old guy mohawk. Zoe Starks. So we've seen Zoe. We've got Shayna. We got Raquel. We got Nia. So there we go. There we go. Fatal 5-way women's world championship on the line Saturday. Plus, the SmackDown title, Bianca Belair will take on Io Sky as well. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Fun one. Thank you. I love hockey sweaters and I just hate them. I don't mind if it's like on a soccer jersey, but not on the hockey sweaters. I think the thing that really blows my mind, honestly, for anybody in that regard, is you got sponsors on the board. Now you're using digital boards that change. You're raking in the money. Do you really need the extra 10K? Do you really need, especially in a salary cap league? It's not like the more money you bring in, the more money you can spend. You're capped. So that's my biggest pet peeve with it. One day it'll be like idiocracy, idiocracy. Holy shit! Speaking of idiocracy, everyone walking around with shirts covered in sponsors, looking like billboards. Oh, vitamins not helping me at all. Dale, what happened? Did she fall out of bed? Yeah, exactly, Larry. It was that post nap yawn stretch. She popped the rib. Seth setting up for the match with JD. I'd rather a sponsored logo airbrushed onto goalie helmets and cool design. See, I think that would hurt my heart, Smile Mark. I like, to me, the goalie mask is so sacred. Um, Big, like I'm a big mark for goalie helmets. So if they started putting like 7-Eleven and shit on them, I'd be a little bummed out. Especially you got to be careful with what the sponsor is when it comes to a goalie. Like if you're 7-Eleven open all the time, probably not a good thing. Sleep paralysis. Bed sores. She was she was taken out by Blair in NXT. That's true. She got kayfabe beat up. You think the main roster would ever do lone survivor matches? I hope so. I'm a bit of a mark for the old Survivor Series format. When I was growing up, I mean, like a lot of you, it was very much like every match was that. Maybe you got a world title match or an IC title match sprinkled in there, but a lot of times it was built into the storyline. Like Hogan had a team, Slaughter had a team, that kind of shit. And they built a little bit of an angle to it. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it when it's like Raw versus SmackDown, and we'll just have 5 people qualify. If there's like a reason, like Team Seth versus Team JD, I could get behind that. But I still want War Games. If I'm being greedy, I want War Games. 1 p.m. Saudi start here in the East Coast. 100% artist. We are going to be live at probably 11:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. So we're getting a bright and early start. And we'll be going all day. Then we'll take a break, come back for Collision. But yeah, be here. Brunch with the boys, 7. He's telling everybody to get in line. I see Shayna Baszler in. I see Shayna Baszler in 2-0. I don't know. I hate digital boards. So distracting. It can be, yeah. When they just switch, you're trying to follow the puck. What the fuck? I feel like they just want to make an extra penny from the fans. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Every dollar possible. Unbroken, I'll take your word. I wasn't good at chemistry. Dude used to do sponsor tattoos years ago. We already there. Shit. You couldn't pay me enough. I'd be sticking the Wrestling for Life logo on me, but that's about it. I would be more in favor of each player was allowed to get their own sponsors and pocket the money. That's very interesting. But then because they're unionized, it's so tough, James, because it would never be like your individual sponsors. It would have to go into the kitty. It'd have to go into the pot. JD jumping Seth. And it looks like we're about to get ding ding. Probably a commercial, then a ding ding. I missed the Dirt Sheet show yesterday. I'm going to watch you later. You guys killing it about now. Thank you, artists. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, check out the Dirt Sheet. Episode 2 went out, and we'll be back next Sunday for episode 3. And by all means, send us suggestions and topics that are on your mind. We'll try and fit them in. Plus, we do Chat's Choice, and we always like when the audience participates in rapid fire questions for the host. So if you too want to know what Nick's beard smells like, show up on Sundays. KJ, Team USA, when Taker came down into the ring looking like a bat. I don't know what that's in reference to, Larry, but funny moment nonetheless. On the pants, yeah. See, and I mean, I don't know about the States, but when you grow up playing hockey here, we have, we go out and serve minor hockey. We get a lot of sponsors for the trips and for that kind of thing. So we'll get sponsors on the back, sponsors on the shoulders. Pants, not a bad idea. Rollins promo is really good. Yeah. Again, he sounds like a champ. I thought you had Double J logo tatted on you. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to make that a bet one day. Like, if Jeff Jarrett wins this match, if Jeff Jarrett ever becomes AEW World Champion, I'll get a Double J tatted on my ass. Break number 8. Oh, missed the chop. Big chop, Seth on JD. Got Seth for the win. I feel like the highlight of tonight for WWE was really putting a shine on NXT talent, young talent, and talent we maybe not, we don't get a lot, haven't seen a lot, and don't know that much about. Wow, JD selling that turnbuckle. A little Dolph Ziggler in that cell. Back body drop. Seth Rollins made some good points in the promo, and he's helping Drew McIntyre to make him heelish. Yeah, and again, I mean, you can hear how over Seth is, right? The crowd's right there with them. They're behind him. So him pushing against Drew and Drew finding that reason to be a heel, it works. It really does work. But I'd be perfectly fine with a champion heel Drew McIntyre. No problem with that at all. Over here, we have sponsorship deals for basketball as far as I know. There you go. Seth for the W. Seth for the W. Yeah, who you taking, folks? Who you got? I wouldn't get shenanigans on my wrestling tights. I would get shenanigans ad. There you go. There you go. Yeah, how about wrestlers getting sponsorships and like UFC fighters? Having tap out on their trunks. Seth Logan for the win. I could see Shayna Baszler winning the women's title at some point in 2024. Damien, I'm with you. I like Shayna Baszler a lot. I think they got to use her. I think they got to utilize her. I think they have to push her as the badass and kind of like the package we got tonight with her in it. She's the joint manipulator. She's the technical wizard. You really got to run that up the flagpole. She's the queen of spades, and she should be carried as much. Let's go, Rawlings. Once again, Seth for the win. Bobby got off the fence for Seth. I like it. JD eats the floor. Seth playing to the crowd. McDonagh swallowed the floor. I don't care what anybody says. That looked aggressive. Soapy Rollins. As we go to another commercial break, maybe just a wide shot. Yeah, back to commercial break, folks, as this match rolls on. Again, we got lots of show to go. We got lots of stuff to get into. I'll take Seth unless JD gets help from JD. We could see some help. I don't see Seth losing, even if he was cheated or tricked. If anything, a no contest. But Seth right now is on a point where he's just going to win. So, speaking of not losing,
well, I was going to say, well, speaking of winning, we always up here winning, my guy.
Right.
Right.
Do you think that we see Jade and Saudi maybe an appearance after the winner of either women's champ match? Possible. Very interesting.
If she does show up there and she gets a big reaction in Saudi, game over, man. Game over. Like that's a license for money then.
Yeah, I could see her doing it. I could see her being over there. Right? Like come like, see what we do. Like again, for a lady who hasn't been in wrestling very long to walk into a show of that magnitude put on by the WWE, it really give her a sense of what she's in for.
What she does she do the whole, because obviously when they wrestle over there with Saudi, they've got to have the whole get up and everything. I mean, granted, she
we'll put her in a bodysuit.
Piece either way, yeah.
I got no problem with that.
Right.
Who are you taking in this match?
What one we got right now? Sorry, I sound belligerent.
Nah.
No, what match?
You actually were asking. I thought you looked up. I forgot we were on commercial.
Yeah.
We got Seth Rollins taking on JD.
Oh, Rollins, easy.
Okay.
The only way that JD wins this is by hook and crook. 100%. And is it interesting that we still haven't gotten the official main event of the evening? Natalya versus Chelsea Green.
It feels like we're heading. Like, is the street fight
yes.
Is it really going to be the main event?
I'm so happy.
Listen, if it's the main event, I'm going to shit a cat. Like, are you serious?
Can I name it?
Natty might try first.
What?
Natty might try and name it first, to be honest.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, fair enough. Cat lady. Catwoman.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, is it really the main event? And we got Seth right now. We got lots of time left.
What else is left?
There's got to be something else.
Well, we've got probably a in ring or a video package segment, maybe a promo-ish, but yeah, we've got a trick or sweet believe match is what's left here. Yeah, trick or street fight.
Trick or street fight, the annual trick or street.
Well, don't you trick or treat on the street? So I don't quite get it, but you can have that.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
No.
Seth Rollins for the win. Main event is Sammy versus Priest. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh shit. Yeah. True.
Thank you, Richard.
But is that happening tonight or is that happening next week?
Yeah, I thought it was next week, but I guess that makes sense now. So the street fight will be next.
Time will tell. Tale as old as time.
It would be funny.
Right. Rollins for the win. I'm assuming you took Rollins for the win as well.
Yeah, I think so. Even if they try and cheat, I can't see him taking an L a few days before Crown Jewel. Doesn't make sense to me.
No,
I don't like it.
Takes an L and then picks up the win at Crown Jewel. I think that almost weighs into more how you think it's going to go at Crown Jewel, because if he takes a win here, he could very much lose at Crown Jewel. If he takes an L here, he's winning at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, I don't like the champion being pinned for no reason. And JD pinning him right now is not good for him.
Well, if he pins him, I think then he retains. Maybe if Seth gets the win here, does he drop the title?
I don't see him dropping the title at Crown Jewel. I don't know.
So when do we get to Drew as champion? Because they even went back to the no crowd response to him winning the championship. So I feel like they to themselves haven't validated like Drew's big moment winning the championship.
Could Drew cheat to win and then take the title and walk into being more of a heel as champion right away?
We thought this man was going to show up Claymore fucking Seth chin in and pick up the title. So roll through JD 1, 2 count. Back in my day, we tricked or treated on the sidewalks up to the doors.
Facts.
Uphill both ways.
Newspaper shoes.
When your whole costume was just a bin bag and a mask.
Yes, right? Exactly.
I remember, I was talking about with the wifey this today about how I remember when I was Wolverine, but folks didn't want to get the whole actual adamantium claws and everything. So I just wore mittens with fur glued on one side and the long witch fingers painted black as shit. You remember those? The plastic witch fingers on the end of a black mittens. So I was Wolverine / werewolf.
That's funny as shit. Big headbutt by JD, by the way. Seth down. I'm surprised Jamie.
You're saying this as the guy. Well, granted, it was fitting as hell and awesome as hell. But I was going to say, you're the man who dressed up last year of just doing the Wyatt.
I just did the Wyatt paper plate.
Yowie, you found me.
I remember I was a kid and I went as a mummy. And my mother had dyed like a bunch of bandages in tea. So I was like a walking tea bag the whole night.
Were you honestly? So side note, as we got Spanish fly from JD for the 1, 2 count. But were you just an asshole if in 2020 you dressed up as a mummy and you were wrapped up in just toilet paper and everything? You were just flaunting. You were
people are like, no, you're not getting nothing.
You can be like those terrible households that you see to where it's like, one hot dog per child.
And here's my partner as a bottle of water.
Right. Yeah. The apple or the fucking orange.
Yeah.
Fuck off. That's not why I'm here.
I think Damian cashes in after Drew wins. It will lead to a triple threat at Survivor Series between Damian and Seth.
That's not a bad shout if what's advertised of how Roman's going to miss the show. Not a bad shout because that's sells you on it.
I defend Roman a lot. Oh, here comes Damian with his ref in a suitcase.
Oh,
down. Those.
Two count. As JD got the knees up as caused the distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you were saying you defend Roman a lot, but because we were talking about if he misses Survivor Series.
He should be booked for Survivor Series. In some capacity, he should be defending that belt at Survivor Series. Fuck off.
Versus AJ Styles.
It's one of the major four. You figure it out.
Could you not just even get excited, even if it's not title for title? You build up that anticipation between Seth and Roman. Because we've had it before. It's going to work.
Yeah.
I still think you're a big seller on this. And I think it could end up into the brand war.
Up top.
There.
Up top. These two men are putting on a clinic.
Oh, big back body drop. Super back body drop.
Amazing, Big Nick.
Wide.
Oh. The bottle of, you know what, JV? Kudos. There you go. JV nailed it. Bottle of water was wrong. Sanitizer would have been right.
Whoa.
Kano, good choice. I've been way too many things, and I really take it too far.
Fair enough.
I'm a big fan. What can I say?
Well,
pedigree.
Well, ask this, and I'm sure I'm going to ask this tomorrow.
Oh, it's over.
Stop! How can you miss a big head like that?
You right?
1, 2.
That's
a seductive ass pin, but 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins gets the win.
Right, another briefcase tease. I like it. I'm okay with it. Remind us that it's relevant.
Just tickling the bait and tackle there.
This is a great match tonight between these two.
But is it still so interesting? And it's felt like this feels like the main event at this point because of the way that they've moved along through this, and we've still got another 45 minutes of the show.
Interesting, right?
Right. I'm waiting. So Seth even said, I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on you to try and cash in. Damien's going to be the one that turns babyface out of this group. You fucking said it. I was trying to tonight. Run from it. Hide from it. I'm inevitable.
The dark side.
Yeah. We have cookies.
We do.
And the vitamins.
Powerbomb.
But it is so fitting and apropos that he literally tries to pull JD out of the ring and just goes splat. But how Seth Rollins is known for arguably the greatest cash-in next to maybe Dolph Ziggler. The heist of the century is literally, it's the only one that has his own name outside of, well, Edge and Ziggler are his two top three. So
yeah, nothing.
Now that Seth's in that position to where he could be the one cashed in on, now he's like, I know what this entails.
For him to get hijacked, yeah. Oh, Ricochet's with Pierce. Look in the background, folks.
Things are red and yellow. Hand at it. Cliff notes. Spoiler alert. Easter eggs.
Wow, look at this. Oh my God. She went as her dad. Bro. We got Chelsea. We got Piper as the Hart Foundation. Amazing.
The chest hair alone.
Chest hair alone.
Bro, this is phenomenal. Like you said before we even went live I know talent at times can't be, sexually transmitted, but God damn it if the apple don't fall far from the fucking tree here. As we've got Max the Impaler, Valhalla on screen. But
yeah, Eric is demanding a meeting with Pierce. Pierce feels like he needs a drink.
Okay.
Catwoman, maybe?
The bunny coming out right now. Fucking, oh boy, howdy. Like, shout out to Only Stands right now because that's 100p what this is. That is BDSM bunny right now coming out. As
like your opponents are coming out as the Hart Foundation and you came out as this?
Whips and chains, handcuffs, smack a little bit of belt.
I bet half a
cake.
Happy birthday to Edge. Happy birthday, Edge.
Happy birthday, Mr. Copeland.
Drew can beat Seth. He has before.
Right.
It could be done. I'm officially done. With what?
he watched Natty's entrance and he's done. If you get it, you get it.
You gotta come back for the Hart Foundation, man.
He finished. He's still watching, but he finished.
There you go.
Like I said, whips and chains, handcuffs.
I don't
booty on whip my help.
She gives me misery vibes.
You will pet the kitty.
You're right, like breaking my ankles and shit, then whipping me. Like, fuck that.
No, it's a little. I can't even think, but it's all in the family, my guy, because her sister is doing that same thing. But I think that's fucking amazing.
It's funny
can we just say that's such a Cardona type of thing of Chelsea showing up as Brett and Piper's
so
up there
good,
as the Anvil and everything. Like that's so good.
He probably phoned her. Hey, Chelsea, goes to her foundation. And
like I said,
maybe she's the mastermind behind all of it, but the Indiana Jones, he gets it. He gets the whole packaging thing. And every time I'm a character, it's another action figure.
He's honestly, arguably, I wouldn't even say arguably, it's undeniable at this point. Major promotion, indie promotion. He is one of the best minds right now in pro wrestling. He fucking gets it. He's got it for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Z Long Island True Ice Story, 100%. He fucking got it. He's been ahead of his time. if there's a time traveler in pro wrestling, it is fucking Matt Cardona, because this man has been ahead of the curve more than anybody else.
100%, man, and he's got it down to a science. Like I said, it's been outstanding. I can't wait to see Natty's face. Pause. What? Per what? 10. We're getting up there.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Ivar versus Gunther. Hell yeah. How do you feel about that? Ivar getting a solo run, demanding time with Pierce.
No.
Ivar versus Gunther.
This man's gonna just be beating this fucking dude up like he's trying to fucking get bread to rise and shit, just chopping the shit out of this, just fucking smacking him from Timbuktu. I would believe the Miz is gonna beat Gunther more than I would Ivar. I'll say that.
No. No.
You think Ivar is gonna be IC champion?
He could be if they built him right.
He could be in a parallel fucking universe.
No, I mean they're pushing him, bro. If he goes on a streak and starts winning, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say no.
The unstoppable Ivar. Come on, no.
The irresistible Ivar. No, my guy. Like, let's be honest. Respectfully, no, not gonna happen. Like there's too many other people that you could put in front of that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the first guy. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the next guy on the list. But I mean,
so do you think? So you just think it's just a feud that it happens and we move on?
I'm really unexpected. I really did not expect them to treat
the Crown Jewel kickoff. Sorry, is Sami Zayn versus JD.
We're getting a kickoff match. We never get a pre-show match from the Dubs.
No. Well, we get one amongst an hour though, so it'll last 15 minutes out of
Sami versus JD.
And they'll go for 45. Hey, Becky! Becky, you're so fun. You're so fun.
You know, people are going to be like, "Oh, look, Sammy's on the pre-show nowadays. Wow, how he is falling."
Everybody has to be a fucking contrarian and act like they're fucking cool because a hot take. No, it's just a fucking ice cold take, and you're the only one trying to reheat that bitch.
So right now, Becky's on screen. She's putting over Leah Valkyria, who took her title last Tuesday on Halloween Havoc 1.
I still disagree with it.
Not he dressing loose in her back. Easy, cowboy. Careful what you wish for on that one. And he was never seen again.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe she get another run. I don't know, man. Chelsea Green is Canadian. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, what's in the fucking tap water around there?
Oh, man, we're producing hot women and wrestlers. What can I say?
So Xia Li going at Becky.
Xia, who are you?
I understand Becky is not super tall, but she's like fucking towering over everyone else here.
I saw
clips out here looking like Andre the Giant stomping in.
Yeah. It's funny because I saw clips of the Boogeyman sneaking up on people that was going around. Of the Boogeyman was sneaking up on like Waller and shit.
The Boogeyman.
And Waller seems like one of the taller wrestlers nowadays. And Boogeyman was way bigger than him. Like, it was ridiculous.
Right.
There we go.
Vic Joseph out here. Oh, we got bobbing for apples 100%. So, folks, I think we're getting your main event here. Of the small package showdown here, the Trick or Street match. We've got a bucket of candy. We got bobbing for apples. We got apple pies. We got pumpkin pies.
Apple pie. You find cheaper. Never mind. That's one of my favorite lines in any movie ever.
Well, no, I find it so funny how you got the Nine Hearts of Chelsea, or you got the Heart.
They even use music.
Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. But you've got Natalya out here just cosplaying as the bunny from AW. Like,
yeah, she didn't, she didn't go all out. She mailed it in.
she just wore something that she already owned.
KJ, please finish this one. I'll bet half a cake the purple briefcase is empty. Oh yeah, we were still talking about that. I still think this is a possibility. Do you think that the purple briefcase is a joke, is a hack, is like they fucked them over? It's a ruse.
Oh, you actually think that that's going to be a thing? No, I was saying of like it's empty. I was like, well, yeah, there's no actual fucking contract. No,
but it doesn't count.
I don't think it's a fucking ruse.
Man, how crazy would it be that Priest comes out, cashes in with the purple, and then Finn comes out and cashes in with the green on top of his head? Right in the face. Right in the face.
We're only 5 minutes in, not even 5 minutes into this match, and Natalya's already taking a shot to the face here.
30 seconds.
He's taking a creamy shot to the face.
Mm-hmm. And Tyson is the producer of this particular match.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he's out there shaking dice.
Because I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Oh, we're going that route, are we? Easy, Riri. Easy, Riri.
Right. I'm not Offset, so don't be trying to come at me or something strange.
Slightly to the left, but I wouldn't say Offset.
Fucking nailed that shit out the park. That was one that just swooped over, thought you were gonna get it on the fucking corner, and just fucking dingered that shit.
Speaking of dingers, Chelsea using a garbage can lid.
Do you find it interesting that much like the your 2K21s, your 2K23s, you've got a candy corn fucking kendo stick here, which by the way, I will go on record of saying candy corn is the most hated and underrated Halloween snack of all time.
I don't really know if maybe I've had it once, twice in my life. I barely ever see it.
I am a huge supporter of candy corn.
I don't know.
I'm a big fan, big supporter.
Oh, Chelsea missing the spot through the table.
Oh, that Spirit Halloween table cover ain't gonna fucking protect you fucking smashing it.
Talk about short-term memory. Yeah, no shit.
Right.
Who will be the women's champion first? Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler?
Shayna.
Oh, we're going up.
By the way, I do want to amend them.
We're bobbing.
When we
literally.
Yeah. But where we thought it was the Legos and everything with the Sheeta Abaddon spot, it was like gummy worms and gummy bears and everything. So I will add an amendment to that. But Piper out here looking
like Jim. It's got to be weird.
Like Neidhart than Neidhart.
Yeah. Oh. Natty into the
spooky, scary skeleton just smack Natty in the face.
And right now, I mean, Piper looks amazing. This is unbelievable. I don't know why it's so hard to believe an athlete like Ivan that is currently being pushed Ivar couldn't be the IC title. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. Push him. You got to win.
Because of the character and the story behind him. That's why you got, much like even we talked about it, even with how great
MJF. Oh my God, Nikki! Whacking Nikki. We got whacking Nikki. Oh my God, Chelsea dropping the pumpkin on her own head. Now we're getting a little
all right. So we've taken the last half hour into this show and just we've turned it into an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Kinda.
No, not fucking kinda. A lot of.
You get a pass on holidays. When we do stupid shit on the holidays, I forgive. But yeah, no, this sloppy like foolishness. right?
I
Like
still
I said, we give
like,
AEW
good on
shit.
Nikki. Like, I don't think this woman has blinked. Like, I'm almost halfway wondering, is that wax statue or something?
Somebody said, could it be Uncle Howdy that's got her hypnotized?
Catch and fly.
In her mouth, the way she's standing there right now.
Pause.
Let's Bob for Apple.
Accusations.
Oh, we got candy corn. There you go.
Yeah, candy corn. Talk about the devil and it shall appear.
This is hardcore, says Michael Cole. Shut up.
First they're using tax, now they're using candy corn as we got a super power bomb through the candy corn.
Michael Cole yelling out, "This is hardcore," is the equivalent of Michael Cole yelling out, "This is gangster." Like, Tom,
first off, like, what? Kill bitch, and the
missed. Candy corn is underrated. There you go.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Piper gets the pie. A night full of pies and packages. What's going on here tonight at the wrestling show?
Bro,
what a pop fest!
I can't even be mad at it because it's Halloween Eve, so like you can have this. But yeah, we've got Chelsea Green getting a pin amongst the fucking Hershey bars and the fucking crisp bars and the candy corn.
This sucked on so many levels, but it was hilarious.
It was such what you expect on Monday Night Raw. And we still got a half hour. What the fuck are you talking about?
We got more. We got Sami Zayn coming up against Damian Priest. Big main event tonight.
But it's still this. If you're gonna end this is almost feels like this is how you're gonna end a fucking Monday Night Raw.
You cannot end the show on this.
Halloween. Have a good night. Fucking trick or treat.
That cannot be your go home moment tonight. That cannot be your go home moment tonight.
Dude,
no way. Fuck that. That match sucked.
But is this not a fucking phone it in? Is this not a fucking we're up by 20s, so let's just fucking run out the clock here.
Mm-hmm. Now we are getting an ad for Halloween Havoc Night 2 tomorrow, folks. Ilya's going to take on Carmelo. Braun Breaker's going to take on Mr. Stone. We got the women's title on the line. No, we don't. We got the women's tag title on the line. We'll see Chelsea and Piper again. So that one's going to be stacked tomorrow. Plus, Dom Mysterio is going to take on Nathan Frazier for his belt.
We got the NXT title on the line between Carmelo and Ilya. We're getting that rematch.
Yes, I said that one.
Oh.
But yeah, it's going to be stacked tomorrow night, folks. So join us. Me and Nick will be back at it again. In our spooky, scary fun, and we're going to be here for all of it.
Boys and girls.
You'll see how many packages we get tomorrow.
Boy, howdy.
This is what wrestling is supposed to be. Yes. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a train wreck. It's fun. It was so bad, but it's so good. Like it really.
But that's the thing is that's why even like when Impact or TNA when they're doing like your Christmas specials, you got EY sitting there, pretty much being Buddy the Elf and shit like that. Like every once in a blue moon, if you're gonna just do some goofy shit.
Yeah, I mean that's why
I get with some goofy shit.
That's why I get a little like annoyed with like the Cornettes of the world. As much as I do like Cornette, I give him credit, but sometimes it's too much because he forgets that like during his age and his favorite wrestling period, they were doing a lot of gimmicky shit like this. I mean, I watched fucking Abdullah the Butcher, my Canadian
Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdullah the Butcher. I watched him get, strapped to an electric chair today by the Steiners. Like, it happens. Like, there's a time and place for this. I'm perfectly okay with it. Your main event probably shouldn't be making peanut butter sandwiches, but I'm okay with it.
Well, it's revisionist history, and that's the thing is you literally perfect caveat right there of cutting the crust off on Uncrustable is going a little too far for me.
You're like, really?
Like that. But when it's something like this, and it's a one-off, when everything else, and you take, say, the last half hour of a 3-hour show, and that's where you get fucking goofy and off the rails and everything. I'm fine with that. Cool. Send me off into a fucking happy holidays. Cool. Thank you. This was entertaining. It still wasn't offensive. It wasn't ridiculous or anything like that. So,
yeah, I think we got a little too cynical and jaded as a fan base at times where, and again, I think it does fall into tribalism a little bit of, again, wrestling can be stupid. You got to pick your spots, and you can't, there was always time for the funny stuff, the comic act, comic acts that they would roll out all the time, and it's nothing new. And I think just enjoy it. Like, I mean, yeah, that's not a fight. Meltzer's not throwing stars at the ladies tonight.
John Morrison, John and TV is not throwing, stars at, anything like that. But no, yeah, it's 100% of that. Of wrestling can just be fucking fun for a little while. Like, that's the whole point. Everybody gets caught up in like, how many stars is this? What's the work rate here? That was a good work half rate hour around a holiday. And it's not just, you kind of even halfway built it up. Like, literally, we were joking of, this is the main event. They built this up. And we were entertained of Piper Niven dressed like fucking Jim the Anvil Neidhart and shit like that. Like, you can excuse it when it's, once in a blue moon. When it's every show, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, 100%. Again, if it's your usual, not your exception, it's a problem. Butcher.
The Butcher. What are you saying?
What was the boogeyman's favorite wrestler?
Butcher or Butcher?
Here come the boot jokes. Week break 11.
No one thought of that until you said that. You brought that upon yourself.
I was like, oh shit, my Canadian slipped out. A Butcher.
A boot. I think it's a boot time. We got back to our roots again today.
Right. That was better than the AEW Battle Royal. That's definitely apples and oranges.
Sold out. Crown Jewel is sold out.
Yeah, it is. Undisputed. I mean, the card is stacked.
Oh, you've got that. You've got Solo versus Cena. You've got Drew versus Seth. You've got Logan versus Ronald Mysterious. You've got Bianca versus Io. It is 100% strap on and strap in.
Yeah, 2 women's titles matches. I'm pretty pumped with that as well.
Right.
Abdullah made mean PB&J though. Yeah, right. Yeah, you see the knife he used to make his PB&J. Yeah,
man, it's good with a knife, not so great with a fork.
Right? You'd be happy to get the crust. Never mind, no crust. You knew how to use a fork. Shockmaster is probably the epitome of McClunkey in wrestling, and it still kills every time I see it. Yeah, I mean, the only caveat to that was he was trying to be serious, and that whole gimmick was fucked. Biggest
Which is better, the Shockmaster or Titus O'Neil at the Greatest Royal Rumble? Who's better at a baseball slide?
I still think the Shockmaster. Maybe it's just the nostalgia bias. Titus was hilarious though, because he was just gone, like he was stealing third. Fucking. That's
the thing is I've seen the Shockmaster so much at this point, and I still at this point to me it's Titus.
I just think because it was Sting. It was supposed to be such this big moment, like this big.
But
star.
Titus managed to recover. That's the thing is we even still have multiple gift moments of like Titus after the fucking Firefly Funhouse match where he's just like.
True.
So Titus is the gift that keeps on giving.
He really is. No, he's too funny. Bro, Corny booked Chris Champion. That's a true story. As Cowabunga, a Ninja Turtle cosplay. Facts.
Pizza power.
I think he said it was for charity. Chelsea Piper for the win. Yeah, Chelsea took
the charity of the My Pocket Foundation.
The new Hot Tub Foundation.
Right, the Castle Cornet Foundation.
What's worse, the Shockmaster, the Yeti, the Zombie? Glacier gets thrown in the Cowabunga.
No, Glacier is
Mordecai.
phenomenal.
What?
Glacier is phenomenal. Glacier
Horrible.
is 100%. He's a guilty pleasure for me.
He's kind of in that category of.
Because horrible. I'm a big fan of Canyon and with Mortis and everything. Like, who better than Canyon? I'm a big fan of Mortis 100%. So I like Glacier. Yeah. And hey, you can't dislike AW, or you can't like AW and dislike Glacier. He's a founding father.
Wrestling wasn't ready for community theater Mortal Kombat back then. That's all that happened.
And it's, guess what? In 2023, it still ain't ready with Xia Li. And the Miz is Tony Cage.
I mean, the Yeti, the zombie, man. Like, what are you going to say? Mordecai's a gem.
Yeti.
Mordecai's ridiculous.
Mordecai, to me, it's that's the greatest one of those like great what ifs, because he was supposed to be the anti-taker.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be, the white blood cell to the red blood
white
cell.
Gandalf.
Oh, spark my ganja, little hobbit. But yeah, he was supposed to be Gandalf the White there.
Yeah. Does Priest cash in a crown jewel? I don't think so. I think he just teases, Nick.
So when do you think he does cash in?
Survivor Series.
Ooh, what's the match that Survivor Series he cashes in on?
War Games.
You think Seth is in the War Games match?
Put Seth in the War Games. Let's go. The can't beat Romans against Judgment Day.
Well, no, let's see. We've got Cody. We've got Sammy. We've got KO.
Jay. Well, KO's kind of gone.
Jay. Right? So there's 4 or 5, maybe Seth.
I don't know. I'm just,
not a bad shout. It's got to be around there. It's there or the Royal Rumble, which would be interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'm being impatient. Nice vest, Priest.
See my vest.
Who started Cowabunga, Bart or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I'm gonna say TMNT.
Yeah, TMT's been older.
Yeah,
been around longer. Initially was meant to be like a super adult like comic and everything, and then just turned into like Pizza Power.
That's most of the stories. Now we write kiddie shit for adults. It's a weird backwards thinking.
All right, what comes around is all around, Ricky.
Right? We used to write adult shit and it ended up being kid shit. Now we write kid shit and it's adult shit. We're fucked. Place here was a pleasant surprise.
well, it just there's a whole hour-long diatribe we can get into there.
Got Priest for the win.
Oh, don't forget Kevin Nash as the Oz, or
god,
what's the demon? That was that was there because WCW made the deal with Kiss.
Yeah.
He had to be in X amount of main events, so it'd be like start of the show. This main event.
You were like, is that Gene Simmons?
Dale Tormore. That's who is. That's who it is. Dale Tormore.
Mm-hmm. That's
the
funny.
Goon. How do you feel about the Goon?
Man, even as a kid, I was like, this is stupid. Like, I think because of like the like, even as a kid, as a hockey player, it was like, the fuck.
How do you feel about the Mounties or the Quebecers?
At that point in my life, I hadn't seen one of those, so I was like, we have that. Right? They're not everywhere.
That's the sound of the police.
I'm like, who's got a horse?
Save a horse, right?
I'm like, they never pull me over on a horse. What the fuck? There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like my loafers, former gophers. It was that the skin of my chauffeurs, but a Greyhound tuxedo would be best.
There you go. I did like the Glacier character, bad out of its element in WCW. It was just campy, right? Like at a time where everybody was going very like Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, true feeling, true vibe. You got this guy like, I'm a karate master.
Cliff, if you are still watching right now, I am looking at you right now. The fact that people like Axiom and Poo Poo Glacier, who had the fake snow and everything, like this man was Sub-Zero.
Was he
incarnate? But the fact that like Axiom's over as shit, but Glacier's poo poo that like he was Axiom before Axiom. This man was Mortal Kombat. You can't tell me you don't like to sit there, the snow and everything falling. This man had the baddest entrance ever.
I've been kissed by a rose.
That's
what I got. We saw the Diamond Mine tonight, so shout out Vinny Vegas, and a member of the original OG Diamond Mine was the Diamond Stud.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were about to sit there and bring up
Ronnie.
No, Bivens. The OG of the Diamond Mine. Bivens.
I almost forgot. You guys should watch WCW Blunder. I feel like I have. I don't know though.
You mean just WCW? You don't need to add the Blunder. That's just WCW.
It's okay. I listen to 80.
I would 100%. I would be. Granted, the time does not persist, but that's why. If you be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Give the super chats, everything. We can be here full time, and we'll run through. I would love to run through just old school WCW.
Could you imagine? Yeah, history. It would be like Bill and Ted doing wrestling history.
No, just how does history repeat itself?
Right. There was a wrestler called The Missing Link. Yes, there was, and it was very fitting.
We 100%. That's got to be the new picture right now. Like, so if I do, I got to do this way, and you do the other way. There we go. And we'll just do Bill and KJ and Big Nick's excellent adventures through wrestling.
There we go. We got 2 good tag team matches and a good Seth match. We get silly matches like that in between. I'm okay with that, Richard. I'm with you. Again, I think people are like, every match has to be a 5-star banger.
No, but it's one of those, and that's even a bit of how at times we get on AEW and everything. It's the pacing of the show. It's how you built the show and everything. Yeah. That's why I would say Tony Khan's not a booker. He's a matchmaker. It's the nuances of it. If you're going to watch a show and what you perceived is going to be the main event is what's opening the show. So then why the fuck am I staying around here and shit like that? It's how you build your whole fucking carnival here.
Yeah, I think War Games is Cody, Sammy, Ricochet, Jay, and Randy versus JD and Bloodline. I'm in. I'll take that. I like all the above. Let's do it. And that's
now, do you think Randy's in the match, or do you think he shows up and helps win the match?
Save it as a surprise, but no, it'd be cool. Is like the Bloodline's in trouble, and that's when like Lance and all his buddies start showing up, and they start just like climbing the cage and surrounding the motherfucker. Let's go.
RKO. You get an RKO, and you get an RKO.
Repo Man. Yeah. Former member of Demolition.
One of my favorite tag teams. I was going to say, are we just naming off wrestlers at this point?
Sammy around. By the way, if you haven't made a prediction yet, we do have Damian Priest versus Sammy.
Right.
Tonight, bros. I've been happy with tonight. I really have. And I know people say, we say it. I mean, it gets long and boring on the 3 hours. Tonight's had a good movement to it. Is that what commercial break is that, Curtis?
I still think I'm on the under here. I think we're hovering, I think, under 10.
No, I think we're at 11.
Either way, the line's at 12. It's still the under.
What? Hey, Curtis, fact checkers. What commercial break? I want to know. Moondog Spot carried a bone to the ring. That's over.
Give me crack corn, and I don't care. What the fuck are we going on about over there?
Fun fact: this year was supposed to be RVD. Let's see how many know that. That's interesting. I don't know.
Can you know that's true, or are you just saying things.
Right. Ooh. Was it Adam Bomb who was the Mortal Kombat series? WHPO? Typo?
What?
Adam
Hip hop,
Bomb. I remember
hip hop anonymous.
Adam Bomb and Crush were good together. Let's go. Chronic.
No, they were fucking not. No, they were not. You said that because I'll know what you're saying. No, they were not good. They're the only fucking team that I can think of that had a match, and I do mean a match in WWE, and proceeded to get released just after that match. They literally got back to the curtain and said, "Thank you, pack your shit, get the fuck on out of here."
That will be enough.
Right, we have seen enough. They had a tree out, and the tree told them to fuck off. Like the fucking bartender from Boondocks there. Why don't you make a tree and fuck off?
Right. What do you think about TK announcing Daddy Magic Cool Hand versus Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho Wednesday night on AEW?
I think NWA Sam Hain saw and showed us who TK's dealer is, and it's Father James Mitchell.
Hilarious accusations also. But I don't quite. Maybe if you're out there and you're like, man, I can't wait for this match, you can let me know. I don't quite get why this match is happening.
Fair enough. Whoa. No, because I got caught up in reading the comments. Sorry. Curtis saying commercial break number 12. And I find this interesting because we've even talked with everything. Artists saying, I think TK needs to listen to Vince Russo when he tells him to stop trying to be a personality on TV. And boy, fucking howdy, if any, the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. Don't do what I say, not what I do.
All right, learn from my mistakes. Learn from my fucking shoulder pads and giant helmet and everything like that.
Yeah, no shit. But I mean, I think Tony does it minimally at this point. He's not, I mean, other than stupid backstage
minimally. the man's whole advertising for Dynamite was his gift.
He wasn't even there.
He forced himself more and more into being on screen.
He sent it via Messenger.
Fucking DoorDashed. He DoorDashed Sting's gift.
Like, I expected him to be in the middle of the ring and give a big speech about, I love Sting. Isn't Sting great? Here's his gift.
Just not blinking on the Starship announcement.
That's what I was expecting, and we didn't get it. Oh, here comes Dom and Finn.
Oh, now you watch. Here we're going to get Jay and this, that, and the third. Damien sets up for the chokehold or chokeslam, rolls through. Sammy with a 2 count.
Sammy loses to JD McDonagh, which explains why Sammy versus JD will happen at Crown Jewel. Loses? Lost?
Well, but he's not facing him.
The Reckoning. Damn.
Again, this is where I get confused because we have JD the wrestler and JD, the faction.
Hey, look.
What?
Dude. The funniest shit.
I don't know what's going on.
This is going on the blooper reel. So Damien hits.
Fair enough. I'm lost like an albatross.
Oh, Dom up on the apron. Yeah, no. I found it very interesting that. Oh, we got music. We got Jay Uso.
There's so many fucking J's going on here. We've got Jay Uso, we've got JD McDonagh, we've got the JD with the Judgment Day.
Oh. No, I was going to say that. Damien hits his neck breaker, and and Michael Cole goes out of his way to explain it's very similar to the Crossroads. It was a weird.
It's close, but not quite. Super kick.
Oh, wait, DQ. Sammy
What
loses.
the fuck? You had half the fucking Judgment Day involved in this fucking match. And not Mike Chioda fucking now calls for the DQ.
Oh, muggings. We haven't had Cody Rhodes yet tonight. Could we?
Speak of the devil and they shall appear, I feel. Right? Adrenaline.
Everyone's looking at the gate. Like, what are we getting?
Something down the ramp. Cody Rhodes.
Uh-oh, the assault.
Imagine it'd be like fucking Alex Hammerstone or something.
Oh! Ask and ye shall receive.
Right?
Mayor McCheese coming to the ring. I think
no, fucking Superman here. I might be crippled. I might be hobbled. I might have a purple titty, but you will not stop me.
Right?
Fucking zombie Cody Rhodes.
There you go. Zombie Cody Rhodes. The big skeleton in the sky has returned.
Yeah, so we're setting up 100% for just the team can't beat Roman versus probably a mix of Jimmy, Solo, and the Judgment Day in a War Games match. And I wouldn't be mad if they tied into Nick Aldis versus Adam Pearce kind of feudish of I've talked about getting back into that Raw versus SmackDown vibe.
Dude,
is he gonna fucking Crossroads Rhea?
No, he's got Damien up on the table.
Oh, respectfully, I thought that was Rhea. Respectfully.
JD with the save. I got you, brother. Get going. He's about to go through that. You see it coming.
Quad.
Haluva
kick.
Turning him into a fucking bobblehead.
I was gonna say that man's fucking head popped off like a goddamn fucking Pez dispenser.
Oh, Cody begging for JD. Sammy milking it.
JD McFunko Pop about to eat a Crossroads on the announce table here.
And
this reminds me a bit of how Sammy kind of was constantly the fall guy for the bloodline. JD's going to have that big, huge moment to where he really either it's a nut up or shut up.
Yeah. It is kind of funny. It's not the best of moves to try and put somebody through a table. Just saying.
Well, the crowd one more time.
Dude, don't do another Crossroads. Do something else. Put him through the
fucking Cody cutter. Something. Yeah. I mean, it looks effective as shit. Like it's a cool move, but as far as even if you're playing 2K23, you ain't breaking the table with doing that move.
No. I bury you Saturday. Unsuccessful. I mean, the building's popping. I really think, can we not give him a blue thunder bomb through the table? Am I asking too much?
Even a fucking, like I said, a Cody cutter. Imagine a Cody cutter. He pops off the fucking barricade and then boom, just fucking plants him through there.
I have a feeling it hurt his face more that it didn't break.
I have a feeling fucking Cody might honestly lose this.
You're a walk behinder. Is that a thing? Have you ever been called a walk behinder?
Why does that feel respectfully I know I'm talking to you as respectfully as a Canadian. That feels 100% something that someone in your country would say more than in my country.
I feel like if you fucking saw it on an episode of
I would walk 500 miles.
Oh, fucking walk behinder. You're a walk behinder.
But this is the thing is you're starting to run out of fucking rounds in the chamber for Cody here.
You're a phony. You're a phony. That's what made me
You're a big fat phony.
Right.
You know who lives here? A big fat phony.
Right. Yeet cutter. What happened to Jay?
Yeah. Facts.
There you go. All right, folks. Raw is going off the air. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Who do you got? Or what do you got? What is your rating out of 10? I like the ending. I was okay with it. We salvaged something. No.
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 That's when you're trying to reheat, frozen pizza or anything like that, and then it ends up a little too fucking burnt and extra crispy there on the back end. Like
Raw
that
is an 8 out of 10.
No.
Went downhill fast. Justin, you're not a fan. Did you actually watch it? I'm curious.
I watched it, motherfucker, and I agree with
8 out of 10. That's a wrap, folks. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. 7 out of 10. That feels a little more reasonable. 6.5.
Yeah.
I learned some Canadian vocab. Keener, if you're smart about a subject, or if you like have a vested interest in it. He's a keener, yeah. Like
what?
I'll try hard. Try hard.
Oh,
Keener's elaborating. 8.25 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Good show, good energy. Got from start to finish pretty quick. Didn't really tail off. A lot of build for Crown Jewel. And man, I mean, it might not be your favorite thing, but when you're introducing all these new people, all these packages made sense tonight.
I'm very torn because I don't, like you said, I know package. Anyone keeping track? I'm just going to say package now as much as we can say it because I feel like we've
got it in quite a bit.
Beaten that shit to death. Wasn't bad in that aspect. I really liked the Creed brothers match, and I think that really got them over. And if that to me initially felt 100% no, that's a call up. But boy, howdy, did that just slow down.
I didn't feel like the night was slow. I don't know. Maybe it was just us, but I felt like the for 3 hours, I felt like we moved. And then, you had a lot of fun during the street fight during the third hour. We were kind of up and going.
Yeah. And then it was, like I said, it was the last half hour. The last half hour to me.
So the street fight and the main event.
No, the street fight I liked.
Okay.
The Cody thing, I think, it's especially towards the very back end, it just started to get more sideways and more sideways. It was just, and it could be a bit of too much Judgment Day and too much Cody Rhodes. I think could just be me of where I felt of end on a high note, even if it's a fucking goofy
note. They did end on a high note. They ended on a huge high note. The place was going crazy.
I don't agree with that.
Well, I kind of agree with Boston here in the sense of good ending leading into Crown Jewel made me excited for Cody versus Priest. Yeah. Yeah. I'll give him some credit. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. 7.65 typical Raw. Except the cat fight. That was a 10.
I have Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Mercedes Moné right now on Drink Champ, or no, it's not fucking Drink Champs. That's fucking and everything. But the one with Blake Shelton and everything on USA Network. But yeah, no, I'll give this a 6.5.
6.5? Okay.
Like I said, I'm not fully shitting on it.
No.
Just it didn't sunshine and sparkle with me towards the back end there.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go higher than that. Not much higher. I didn't think it blew my socks off. In the nature of go home shows, I liked what they did with the Creeds. I wasn't really bored tonight. I get bored on a lot of Raws. I think the second hour carried well, and they put a lot in the third hour. We got 3 matches in the third hour. The street fight being one of them. I think I'll go 7.5 on Raw tonight. I think.
You're gonna go a whole point ahead of me. Okay.
Yeah. I think they built I kind of agreed with Boston Gamer. Like the crowd was on their feet at the end of the night, and now we're heading. Like that's your last visual your last live visual for your fan base going into Crown Jewel. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Fair enough. Well, Dave's what up? John saying so easy agreeing with you of seeing how they were setting up Crown Jewel. Yes, everybody's letting me know it's Barmageddon. Okay, so
Barmageddon.
Yeah. I get it setting up for Crown Jewel to me.
The end is near.
Don't say that because that's the theme for one of my favorite fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's why I sang it.
Yeah, Armageddon. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm not even that right there does not get me super excited for Priest versus Cody. I'm not. No, and like I said, I get it's probably a me thing.
It's allowed.
But it to me, it's one of those that's one of the least matches I'm looking forward to on the card.
Really?
We know Priest has bigger fish to fry, and we know Cody has bigger fish to fry. This is a stopgap.
But yeah, I'm torn at how this turns out. Does Cody beat the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Does Cody take an L to Priest? What does that mean for Cody?
Cody wins, and then that's still now everybody Judgment Day looks down on Priest, and then that sets him up being babyface even more.
Yeah, that's fair. That could work. But I mean, truthfully, I'm pretty pumped. I find some of the the Saudi shows or some of the international shows, they never put a whole lot of love into it. It was a lot of sizzle, not a lot of steak. This one, I'm pumped for.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying at all that I'm not excited for Crown Jewel. I guess I'm more excited on the SmackDown end of I'm excited for Solo versus Cena. I'm excited for Roman versus LA Knight. Like I'm excited on that end. Priest versus Cody. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great match. I'm not super invested into it going forward.
Okay, and that's fair. That's allowed. I mean, especially sometimes there's that feeling with some of the Cody stuff of like it's not Roman. All right, we'll get through this.
But is that the weird thing that you almost know that could be or is projected to be the outcome? It's like, well, we do have the fantasy football league, we have the fantasy hockey league and everything. And if you're, whatever position is projected to do X amount of points and you're banking on that, and then they do like 2 points, you're like, well, fuck me. Like,
right. Well, I mean, again, I think at the end of the day, you gotta 8.5 from Damien, but yeah, you gotta bring it home. You gotta give us excitement about it, and I think they should call an audible. I really do think they should rethink some of the previous set plans. And again, like to me now, we've been waiting for so long. It does take a little bit of the like even LA Knight. I'm excited to see it, but I have no expectation of him winning. Surprise me.
So fair enough. That I guess to an extent, and maybe not with the same amount of hype behind it or whatever, because I guess I'd be more behind LA Knight. I feel a little bit with that with Damien and Cody. I have no expectations going into that match. Make me get fucking excited about it. Like show me in the match, I guess, what I'm gonna be excited about.
Yeah. I think we'll get a Priest cash in, either successful or failed one. Cody forced Priest's hand to prove himself to the group. Interesting take. If Cody beats him and then they're like, you got to do something. You gotta give this a go.
Fair enough. I like John even saying we're even getting a match on the pre-show.
Facts.
Right.
And it's a good one. Sammy and JD will be fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have fucking Carson Daly playing beer pong on my screen right now with Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks being his fucking cheerleader. What is happening in 2023?
I thought you were going to say you had Carson and Daly and Fred Durst, but that's a different lyric.
I wonder if argue over who she gave to first.
I wonder if Drew loses barely to Seth, maybe by roll up or counter. I really hope not. And Drew turns heel and beats Seth down, and then Priest comes up to cash in. Quite possible. Priest goes to cash in and gets a Claymore in the mouth. I don't know.
I think what makes Damian Priest's briefcase so great is you can't predict when he's going to cash in. It could be tomorrow. It could be at WrestleMania. It could be at Survivor Series. It could be at the Royal Rumble. It could be fucking whenever and wherever.
Mm-hmm. John Cena is a broken old man. He can't. He can't what?
He can't do.
Show your work. Sammy is well loved by the Saudi crowd, so it makes sense for Triple H to add him, even though it's 0 hour. Don't call it that. But yeah, no, I mean, again, but you started with a hype match, not like you're not having like a Lola Vice. No offense to Lola, I love you, Lola, but you know, you're not having a low end NXT match in your pre-show. You're having a match that's going to kick off the energy for the rest of the night. I like that. I'm okay with that.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. But that's again, it goes back to there's what 8 matches advertised for the card, if that, and that's including a pre-show versus we get to an AEW show, even Full Gear. We've talked about this, and even there was discussion amongst us and everything about how like you've got MJF is going to be defending the Ring of Honor tag team titles at Full Gear before he defends the world title, which he is not in possession of, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't love this double booking of champion on the pre-show. And again, I mean, it's kind of contradictory to what I just said of like Sammy's going to get the crowd all worked up. So will MJF. I just don't think it's what your champion should be doing.
Your champion shouldn't be kicking off your fucking pre-show.
No, I don't like it. It's just a weird decision for me. Right. Who becomes champion first? Shayna Baszler and I think we answered that emphatically. And I think we're ready to make last call, folks. Since
we're watching Barmageddon.
Yeah, right. I'm getting
Barmageddon is upon us, folks. So we're taking last call.
See one title change. I would like to see at least one title change on a Saudi show. I really would like have a surprise.
So, what would your prediction be? Because I agree with that one. If there's going to be a title change, it's Drew over Seth.
Drew over Seth. I could see.
Drops it. Roman drops it.
I would love for Roman to drop it. Even if he gets it back in a month, if he just dropped it to cause the implosion that it would
be the biggest holy shit moment.
Oh yeah. Fucking do it.
The fucking wrestling Twitter shuts the fuck down if Roman loses the belt.
We hate him.
Websites will crash.
Right? And then the next day, LA Knight's overrated and LA Knight shouldn't have the belt. All right, folks. This Friday SmackDown was taped. Facts, A. Johnson. But we will be here with a whole bunch of action for you Friday night. And all through the week. Tomorrow we got Halloween Havoc. Make sure, folks, that you click the links below. We are growing at a clip past 2.8K tonight, plus over 130 likes on the channel as well. Make sure you click all those buttons. Thank you for your support. Happy early Halloween. We will see everybody tomorrow. Big Nick, that was fun.
Spooky, scary. And it may be taped, but we'll always be live, my guy. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about the rest of it, better put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Thank you for being here. I got to stall for a second because I forgot to cue it up. But thank you for joining us.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. I just keep singing.
Halloween tomorrow. Bye.